Hey everybody, good evening. We may as well get started. I feel like today's going to be a bit more of a chill stream, to be honest. I don't think we'll get as many people as usual. I don't know why, I just got a feeling. So yeah, hi everyone. Welcome in Amelia and Chip Flip. I feel like Chip Flip is new, so welcome in Chip Flip. Hope you're doing all good. And Julius as well. Always good to see you, Julius. Oh, Riri and Thomas are both here as well. Awesome. Thanks, Julius. I hope you're doing great too. And thanks for the best of luck for the shiny hunt. If you're doing any shiny hunting tonight, best of luck to you too. Riri says, hate to break it to you, Wayfarer, but I love Mega Dragonite. That's fine. Do you know what? I'm kind of hoping that people do love Mega Dragonite. I am on the fence about it at the minute. When I first saw it, yeah, I thought, oh, I don't know if I like that. I must admit, I've watched the trailer like 10 times since and kind of gone, yeah, it's kind of growing on me a little bit. So there you go. But yeah, Thomas, welcome in as well. Ham as well, good to see you, Ham. And Human as well, we'll probably won't stay for long, but here to wish you luck and leave a like. That's so kind, thank you very much, Human. And, you know, if everyone else can leave a like as well, it does help. So yeah, if you don't mind, please do. But yeah, good to see everybody. Thomas says, the Pokemon Presents was really disappointing. Oh, damn, I'm sorry you didn't like it. I'll be honest, I loved it, I had a great time with it. But, you know, it's never good, is it, if you're not feeling that way yourself? So that's unfortunate. So just as a quick reminder tonight, I have not had any time to collect eggs in the past 2 days. So we've only got about 50 left. So what we're going to do tonight, for quite a large part of it, is we're going to ride around Salacion and collect more eggs. And then we're going to go to Jubilife for like the last hour or so. So it's going to be a bit of a slower stream tonight. We will probably get to 1,000 eggs hatched. We probably won't get much more done than that. Just because, you know, unfortunately. Tuesday, I had a lot of streaming, didn't I? I streamed until virtually the end of the evening. And then I was in the office working on Wednesday. And I had stuff to do on Wednesday evening, and then I was in the office working today, so I've really not had much time to do anything. But I'm sure we'll do okay. There's every chance that Swinub could still show up. I personally don't think it's going to. I do think it's going to go over 1,000. I think it might go to like 1,500, but we'll see. Amelia kind of likes Mega Dragonite. Good, good. Riri says, I love head wings as a design trope, and it's based off Dragonair, so it makes sense because Dragonair's wings are on its head. Yeah, listen, that's it. You know, if you guys like it, that's great. Like I said, it is kind of growing on me a little bit. I do still think I would have preferred it if the wings were on the back. But I must admit, I don't think they look all that terrible, and I do understand where you're coming from with the whole Dragonair's wings are on its head, so because it's incorporating features from Dragonair, it does make sense to do that, for sure. Yeah, I had another look at it, and it does look, even the colour on the Dragonite, it doesn't quite look like Dragonite, it looks a little bit like pearlescent. Its eye colouring's changed, like little things like that, and obviously we don't know what colour the shiny is going to be, but if the shiny is going to be like blue, that would be awesome. So yeah, like I say, it's there's every chance that I might grow to actually love it, but right now, I'm just on the fence. Bavaria, welcome in as well, good to see you. How are you doing today? Julia says, you got a shiny Squirtle on your agenda for tonight, nice. Went for another shiny Bulbasaur and Charmander yesterday, and today, game on. Very cool, well good luck for your Squirtle. Best of luck. Hopefully it will shine. Oh, nice, Riri. Fair enough. You'd draw loads of characters like that, if you could. Oh, he's giving out eggs big time tonight. Already collected like 7. I've not even hatched the first 5. Human says, I'm not too good with wings, but I used to be really good with feathers back when you were drawing. Very cool. Very cool. I'm not good with drawing anything, so... so you've beat me. Ham says, it's okay, Wayfarer, I'm on 1,000 eggs on my Garuki hunt, still nothing. Oh my god, why is Masuda not paying off for, like, either of us? That's wild. That is wild. Well, I hope it shines for you soon. 1,000 eggs. You deserve it. You deserve it. Hopefully it will be soon. Are you hatching any more tonight while you're watching stream? Thomas is really excited for the other new megas. Me too. Me too. It should be good. Oh, Crow, welcome in. Good to see you, Crow. How are you doing? Human head is not agreeing with me. Gonna head out now and lie in bed for a while. No problem, no problem. I understand. I understand. Just feel better soon. Feel better soon. Bavaria is doing a bit of fighting Nemona and Petulant right now. Very, very awesome. I must admit, haven't done that yet because I've not played the Indigo disc. So I'm trying to I know what Petulant is, vaguely, but I don't know much else about it. And I'm trying to avoid knowing about it, because I'm trying to avoid spoilers until I play the Indigo disc, which is ridiculous, because it's been out for like a year now, and somehow I haven't had it spoiled for me. But yeah, enjoy. Julie says, are you using the flame body abilities to hatch the eggs faster? Yes, I am. I'm playing, I'm using Magmortar. It's my, the first one in my party. But it's still kind of, it's not slow, but it's not fast either, It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I mean, what is this? This is our 4th stream, so we've had, we hatched 875 across the other 3 streams. Which isn't really that bad, but you've got to remember as well, I've spent a lot of time collecting eggs off stream, so even though we've only done about maybe 20 hours on stream of hatching eggs, we've done, I must have done like another 10, 15, maybe more hours of collecting it off stream. So it is kind of going on for a little while, this shiny hunt now. That's the thing with Masuda, is it's great. It's one of those shiny hunts where you're like, oh, this should not take all that long, and that should mean that I get a really quick shiny, and it's so much better than like regular hunting. But you could also end up in a scenario where it's not like that, and it takes forever. Good, Crow, I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, I'm all good, thanks. I'm all good. It's been a busy week. My work is kind of at the busiest time of year. So yeah, work's been pretty busy. But other than that, very happy. I've had a lovely week. We streamed on Tuesday for the Pokemon Presents. And for a bit more Swinub, egg catching. I can't wait for ZA. So yeah, all good stuff really. Have you been up to much? Ham says, I'll hatch more later playing Jurassic World Evolution... Jurassic World Evolution 2 hard mode right now, and you're in a lot of debt. Good luck. Good luck. When you say hard mode, do you mean Jurassic, or do you mean hard difficulty? I'm assuming you do mean hard, but... I suppose, if I was trying to describe Jurassic to someone, I would describe it as oh, it's the hardest difficulty. So... But yeah, good luck with that. It is tough. No, Bavaria, don't worry. No need to apologise. It's not. I'm so sorry for the music, by the way. I can hear it in my ear. The dun 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 dun. Every time I go in between the town and the other route. I'm trying to stay in Solaceon, but it's such a small area. It's almost impossible. Yeah, Bavaria, you've got nothing to. Oh my god, I can't speak tonight. You've got nothing to apologise for. I should have played the Indigo Disc ages ago, but I wanted to play. I originally wanted to play the Teal Mask and the Indigo Disc like offline on my own, and then I ended up doing the Teal Mask for a video, and it didn't really do all that well. But I know a lot of people who are subscribed and like watch my videos wanted me to do the Indigo Disc as well, so I was like, oh, I'll do a video for the Indigo Disc too. Plus, I'm really just kind of looking forward to doing it on stream. But I've just not got around to it because I've been doing other videos, but that's not anyone else's, probably not. If I do say to people like, oh, try and not spoiler it for me, but it's not your fault if you do accidentally spoiler it, because at the end of the day, like, I am a person who, I hate it when people in comment sections are like, you just spoiled Lord of the Rings. And it's like, yeah, it came out like 20 years ago, where the hell have you been? Like, you can't complain about spoilers. You should have watched it by now. So it's the same for me. Like, if someone does spoil it, it's not the end of the world. It's my own fault for not playing it. But if you don't, if you can keep it in, that would help me. Oh, nice. Julie says, good man. I always used Magmar. Yeah, I think I was just very lazy. I think I had a Magmortar with flame body. And I looked through my boxes and I went, this is the only one I've got, and I can't be bothered looking for another one, so I'm just gonna use this one. Crow at the moment is trying to trade for Shiny Reshiram as it's one of your favourite legendaries, but you don't have Sword or Shield or Pokemon Black, so you've nowhere got to actually Shiny Hunt it. Oh, that's brutal. Actually, I think I saw your message in Discord. Unfortunately, I don't have a Shiny Reshiram, or like two of them, so I can't give it to you, unfortunately. But good luck in finding one. I'm sure you will be able to get one eventually. I feel like the GTS is not very good, but every now and again there is someone who does actually want to trade something legitimate for something else legitimate. So you never know. You never know. Showtime says, so just curious, well, first of all, welcome Shadow and Showtime as well, good to see you both. Showtime says, just curious on what all of you have to say, what shiny colour scheme do we think Mega Dragonite Shiny is going to be? And second question, what would you want it to be? I think it's going to be... I don't know. I think it's going to be blue and white. No, that's too... I think that's me being too optimistic, actually. I would like it to be blue and white. I think if they're doubling down on the Dragonair theme, they should probably do that. Or they should do pink and white for Dragonair Shiny. I have a really awful, terrible feeling that it is going to be the same as Dragonite, but I don't know why I've got that, because, there are Megas that are not the same colour as the non-Mega version. Gardevoir's like, I think is black and blue, I want to say. Who else is there? Gengar, white, So there are examples of Pokemon that do have a different coloured shiny Mega, but I just have an awful feeling with Dragonite that it's either going to be... It's just not going to be what I want. But I guess we will see. What do you think it's going to be? Showtime. And like I say, I would want it to be blue and white personally. That's what I want. I just don't know if that's what we will get. Ham says, yes, I am playing on hard difficulty, not Jurassic. I'm not crazy. I used to be crazy. It was so fun, such fun times. But yeah. Oh, Crow says, me and Riri were hyped for Black Bolt White Flare release and went and got some. You didn't pull anything, but Riri has so good pack luck. Oh, nice. Very cool. What did Riri get? I managed to get the binder, didn't I? I don't know if anybody's seen in Discord, but I got that Whimsicott. Well, Riri's seen it, I know. That Whimsicott was pretty awesome. Probably one of the rarest cards I've pulled so far in my Pokemon card career. But yeah. Just a quick question for you guys. I'm sure that it is working okay. But is my character on the screen lagging? I can't tell whether it's like my viewing it in OBS is it's just kind of set to reduce the frame rate so that it's like smoother streaming, or whether it's actually lagging on the stream. Like, is my character on the bike kind of lagging around a little bit, or is it very smooth? Oh, Riri pulled a Pokeball, an EX, and Illustration Rare of only 2 packs. Nice. I feel like there's some decent weight in these Black Bolt White Flare packs. I don't know whether or not I just got extremely lucky, but yeah, it certainly seems like it. But it's good. It's good that you got hold of some as well. You know what I mean? And hopefully, Crow, you'll get some good luck soon. Oh, Brill, it's all good. It's all good. It's not lagging on screen. That's good news. Well, I have managed to get a hold of some cards. I mean, I'm hesitant to say what they are at the minute because I kind of want to see if they turn up okay. I've kind of resorted to using eBay, and I feel like eBay might either be the best thing I've ever done in the sense of I can't get hold of any packs, so it was my only option, and it pays off, or they might show up and they might be, you know, damaged or just not very good. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna really hope that I have managed to get some decent ones. Showtime says, you think the shiny will be blue and white for Mega Dragonite. As for what you like, you would personally want it to be like white/angelic. Yeah, you want it like a proper angel vibes from it. That's fair. I like that. White and gold would be quite good for that, I guess. Like maybe the pearl on its tail could be like a gold. No, I feel like maybe they just want it to be like Dragonair, so maybe not. But still, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, Ham, your cooling fan came today. Such a lifesaver. Very cool indeed. Is it really hot still where you are? Because that's great if you've, you know, managed to finally cool down a little bit. Crow says, I feel like eBay is good for Pokemon cards. I know Deep Pocket Monster uses eBay, and I think Mystic Rips. Oh, cool. Deep Pocket Monster I watch quite a bit. Should I open it, or should I keep it sealed? It's great. It's addictive to watch. Oh, there's 888. I feel like that was maybe humans next guess. Unfortunate. Well, unfortunate for me, not human. Yeah, I've got a few different bits and pieces. I'm kind of debating doing keeping them sealed. Oh no, you should have kept it sealed. No, I'm kind of debating keeping them sealed. Not for selling them on or anything, but I'm kind of thinking about So it's my birthday in December, which is ages away yet. But the problem with me is I get very... I've ordered these cards. I can't wait for them to come. But I feel like I'm going to open them and then immediately be like... Oh, I'll open them and then I'll be like, oh, I want to open more. And obviously right now, with the way Pokemon cards are, that's not great. Because, you know, it's hard to get a hold of them, so it's not like something I can regularly get a hold of. So I was kind of wondering, the ones that I've got, I will tell you what they are in a second. But I might hold them until December. And in the meantime, keep buying more. So like when the Mega Evolution sets come out, maybe try and get a couple of Elite Trainer boxes from those. And things like that. And save all of them. And then in December, like early December, I could do a stream where I just open like... I don't even know how much it would be, but maybe like £1,000 worth of packs or so. It's, you know, something crazy like that. I haven't fully decided yet. So we'll see on that one. But I thought that might be a cool idea. Forsaken, welcome to stream. Good to see you. How are you doing today? I hope work was alright for you the other evening. Calamari as well, good to see you. Welcome in. And Bob, thank you very much for sending me the Calamari look, Calamari, because I need it desperately. And seriously, well done on your... I know I replied to you in Discord, but really well done on your, like, your Sinnoh adventure of catching all the shiny mythicals and the legendary stuff. Like, it's very, very impressive. The fact that you've done all of that this year is awesome. So really well done. And James, welcome in as well. Good to see you too. Just woke up from a nap. Perfect timing. He's not giving me eggs at the minute. He's not happy with me. Ham says it's roasting today, but it's really cool now in your room with this. I have been debating getting one myself before I spent money on the Pokemon cards, but oh well. Crow says maybe only open one when you get them. Maybe. I'm gonna see what I want to do. Like I said, I'll tell you in a minute what ones I got. But yeah, I'll have to have a little think. Good, Forsaken, doing all good today, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good as well, thank you, yeah. Last day in the office was today for me, so I'm off, or not off tomorrow, I'm working from home tomorrow, but that's a lot better than being in the office. I hate being in the office. And did I put eggs in? I did. And yeah, other than that, just doing all good, thanks. I think that's everything. Crow says, Wafer actually got 10 base set first edition packs, totally real. No, I didn't get anything crazy. I just got some... So I got an Elite Trainer box of the White Fleur and an Elite Trainer box of the Black Bolt. So one of each. It was like a set, a kind of thing. I think it was like an offer or something. I got a Destined Rivals Elite Trainer box, and I got a Scarlet and Violet base set, the one with Koraidon, Elite Trainer box. So I've got 4 on the way. I really want 2 of the Mega Evolution Elite Trainer boxes as well. But I will see on those. I don't know how much they're going to be when they come out. Like I say, to be honest, eBay was pretty good. I did pay slightly above what you would pay for these Elite Trainer boxes, but not much. Not like enough for it to be extortionate, where I just was like, oh, I'm not doing that. It wasn't too bad, really. Clearly, I think people have bought them at shops and are just selling them on eBay for a bit of profit, but not a ridiculous amount of profit. I suppose they will make a ridiculous amount of profit, but like it's what it's worth to you, isn't it, at the end of the day? I do think the prices seem to be coming down a little bit from what I have seen in the past. So that's good stuff. But I also did see on eBay people were taking pre-order sales on eBay for the Mega Evolution sets, and that did make me kind of go, oof, I don't like that. I'm not pre-ordering something on eBay. You know? I feel like that's not a good financial decision. So yeah. No problems, Crow and Riri as well. Go and enjoy whatever you're up to. Thanks for joining for a little bit. Good to see you. James says eggs taking so long to hatch that you start questioning your past self is a mood. Well, I feel like I am there to some degree. Oops, one went a little bit past then. Yeah, I think I've said this before, but today's stream is going to be a little bit of a strange one. Because we've got to collect them as well, so it's just going to be a lot of riding around, to be honest. Calamari says your internet's still being dodgy, so you'll be lurking for most of the stream. No problem, Calamari. Listen, if you have to go off as well, don't worry about it. But I'm sorry to hear that your internet's being dodgy, because I mean, I can't last 5 minutes without the internet. Never mind a whole evening. So yeah, I hope it's better for you soon. Forsaken says, how much did you pay for the new Elite Trainer boxes, if you don't mind asking? No, it's no probs. I mean, it's not like they were ridiculous. So the black Fleur and white... No, not Fleur. The black Bull and white Fleur were retailing in shops for £50. And I got them at like £65 each. No, it wasn't even that. It was like £62.50. So for me, that was kind of like, it's a little bit more, but I don't think I don't think it's so ridiculous of an increase that it would be like, oh, I'm not paying that. You know, I think if it had been like £100 each, or it had been £75, £80 each, I'd have been like, that's too much. But what it wasn't too bad. I think Destined Rivals set me back about £66, £67, which is a slight increase, but it's not. Again, it's not a crazy increase. I'm bearing in mind that they're not in stores anymore, so like the chance to get them's gone. So that's probably why that's that price. I think the Scarlet base one was about the same, about £65. So I have paid more than what you would pay in a shop. But here's the thing, right? I know, because I know people have said before. Like, Riri said about using Argos. I have used Argos, right, before. So, on Tuesday this week, I put like a little thing into Argos where I put my email in and I said, email me when these white Fleur and Black Bolts are back in stock. The Elite Trainer boxes, this is. I got an email at 10 minutes past 12, lunchtime, saying these are back in stock, grab them while you can. I clicked on the link at 12:42, so only 32 minutes had passed. Bear in mind, this is the middle of a weekday. People are working, people are, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a weekend, or it's not like a specific release date. It's a day of the week where you would think people aren't exactly rushing to their emails to purchase Pokemon cards. They might get them at some point in the day, but they're not going to grab them all up within half an hour. They did. I clicked on the link half an hour after I received it, and all of the Elite Trainer boxes has gone for both White Fleur and Black Bolt. And at that point, I was just like, what's the point? There's no point in me hanging around trying to get it at a retail price, because I'm not going to get it. Again, if the price had been extortionate, I think if it had been like way over what I would pay retail wise, then I wouldn't have done it. Because I don't, obviously, I don't love supporting the scalping, you know. So I think if the prices are extortionate, I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying that. But I think for me, paying like £10, £12, £15 over what I would pay retail, it's not the worst given how rare they are. So, you know, that's unfortunately, you know, life, isn't it? I mean, Riri and Crow, I think, live in an area where they're quite easy to, not easy to get, but they're a lot easier to get from stores. I live in an area where it seems like every store around me is just completely sold out on the day of release, and at that point it's kind of like, what do? You know, you either don't get cards or you pay a little bit extra. So sorry, I think I kind of got lost on chat. Thanks, James. Yeah, if everyone can like the stream, it does really help. So please do, if you're enjoying. Showtime says we're definitely getting to 1,000 eggs, that's all you're going to say. I have a feeling we are as well. I think this is going to go over 1,000. I think it's probably going to go... if I had to guess, I think it's going to go to like 1,500. Which I don't want it to, but I just have a feeling, you know? Oh, nice, James. You can only last without the internet because you've got a 2DS XL to play with in the meantime. Very nice. That helps. Definitely. Julia says the perfect song for you riding around would be They See Me Rolling, They Hate It. I agree. Perfect. Oh, someone's doing a lot of hearts. It's very kind. James says, I for real don't doubt they were bought up in half an hour. Yeah, that's it. It's like, for me, I'm not surprised, and I am surprised, if that makes sense. At the time, I was a bit like, how has that happened in half an hour? Again, if it was a weekend or something like that, I wouldn't have questioned it. I would have been straight away like, okay, that makes sense. But it was the middle of a work day. It just felt a bit strange, that was all. It was a bit like, really, is this what it's come to? That I can't even wait half an hour to get some cards. It's just, it's mad. That's a bit out of nowhere, Ronin, but fair enough. I really thought Scarlet and Violet's storyline was a bit lacking. What about it did you not like? Shadow says, I got my hands on a Honedge in Pokemon Ultra Sun. Oh, nice. Oh, as in a shiny Honedge? Or just a Honedge? I mean, either way, very cool, but... Thanks, Amelia. Battling Marnie right now, wish you luck. Good luck. Marnie's usually a pretty easy battle, which is good. Shadow says, hot take, Scarlet and Violet has my favourite story, other than Black and White 2. To be fair, probably not as hot a take as you think, because I think a lot of people do like Scarlet and Violet's story. Like, the one thing that people tend to say, other than that they like about the game, apart from obviously the performance problems, is that it had like a really good story. So yeah, you probably have quite a few people agree with you on that one. Ronan says the lack of personality like Sword and Shield was oh, so Sword and Shield were perfect and Arceus was amazing. I mean, that's fair. I'll be honest, I thought Scarlet and Violet's story was like awesome. I really enjoyed Legends Arceus' story, but it was quite it did have a bit of like filler in there, but I did really like it. I mean, I must have liked it because it's my favourite game. But Scarlet and Violet's story was like, for me, really like, I don't know, I just thought it was miles above Sword and Shields. As much as I do love Sword and Shield story, sorry, Sword and Shield as games, I do think the story lacks, but at the same time, Sword and Shield has, if you read into what the characters are really doing, and like the way that they are, and the things that they do, and you know, all that kind of stuff, you know, you kind of read between the lines and you don't just go with what the game kind of gives to you. I think there are some really good opportunities there for the characters to have good stories and for you to like take away things from what they were doing. Like we've talked, I put it in the video, didn't I? But Hop's whole struggle to live up to his brother, and Sonya with the same with like her grandmother, Bede, like everybody kind of has these like great expectations placed on them, and a lot of the stories are about overcoming that and seeing where they end up. But at the same time, Sword and Shield's story isn't. It's not really realised. Like you have to read into it to get that. It's not told to you. Whereas Scarlet and Violet for me was very realised. It kind of. I thought it did give you a good story. Oh, Ham's power went out. Oh no, that's not good. Back up now. You didn't miss anything. Don't worry. Don't worry. I mean, there's not much to at the minute. Did I put eggs in? I did. Yeah, there's not too much to miss. I mean, we've got a lot of collecting to do, haven't we? So don't worry. Although I suppose the shiny could still hatch, but this is going very slowly. We've been streaming for 45 minutes. I've hatched. This will be the 30th egg when we get to the end of these, which is not a lot, really. Showtime says, as Scarlet and Violet, for as much as the glitches and frame rate were frustrating, I'm assuming, its story was quite fun and interesting, the music, the relationships, etc. Yeah, I really liked, again, like I say, I really liked Scarlet and Violet. Did not like the performance, totally agree, but yeah, I would agree with the rest of it. Running says the Switch 2 fixed a lot of the glitches, definitely. Scarlet and Violet now are pretty much perfect games. Well, maybe not perfect games, that's wrong, because the open world is still quite empty, but they are very good games now, I would say. Julius is going to be hopping off now. It was great seeing you. Best of luck for the rest of the stream. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks very much, Julius. Well, drive safe. No, hang on. I read James's comment. Drive safe. Julius didn't say he was driving. Have a good evening doing whatever you're doing. And thank you very much for joining. And I'll see you again soon, I'm sure. James got me. Like gaslit me into thinking that Julius was driving. Funny. Shadow says, I don't like Sword and Shield story, but it gets better once you read into the characters. You didn't like Hop until you actually analysed his character. That is how I felt about it as well. Was very there is story there. There is things to read into and things to understand and get a better look at, but it's you have to do the work with Sword and Shield story. You are kind of making assumptions on things rather than the game telling you this is how it is. And I don't think it was a smart idea for them to hide bits of story behind the league cards as well, because I don't even think most people knew about the league cards and the stories and stuff they had on the back of them. So yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Just going back to Showtime. Showtime said, for example, Arvin, at first I thought he was going to be an angsty teen being a jerk until we see him in boss diff and people instantly sympathise with him, and how he was alone for most of his life. Yeah, Arvin is probably one of the best characters that Pokemon has ever made, in my opinion. Like, he's a real character. He's got a real story, a real arc. you see why he is the way he is, you understand why he can be, you know, slightly annoyed at people and slightly quick to judge and quick to fly off the handle, and like, great storyline. We talked a lot about Arven on this channel. I feel like every time we talk about Scarlet and Violet's story, people talk about Arven first because Arven has got such a good storyline. But then there's other things as well. Like, I mean, Arven I would say is my favourite, and it is the best example. But I think there are instances of, like, we've talked about Nemona before. Nemona is just a nice, happy, kind of hard-working rival who wants to have someone to battle against that will really test her limits and make her go all out against them. And I think that's nice because she's quite like a simple character, but alongside the likes of Arven and Penny that are a bit more complex and have got more going on, that's kind of needed. Penny is a 50-50 for me, because I think I prefer... Sorry, not prefer. I think I like Team Star's storyline as a whole more than Penny. I just think the whole idea of these kids being sort of the quote-unquote villains of the story, and then it's kind of uncovered that actually they were getting bullied, and you know they stood up for themselves and they did what the school wouldn't do. I thought that was a really nice storyline. Obviously Penny is a part of that storyline, but I don't think she is the... I don't think she's even, in my opinion, the main like part of it. I think the leaders of Team Star are probably better realised in that sense. Shadow says, the league cards are a goofy feature. You wouldn't be mad if they returned, just less gatekeeping behind them next time. Yeah, I think they were just, like, if you'd have got a league card the first time you met someone and it told you everything you needed to know about that person on it. But then again, you couldn't do that, could you? Because when you first meet someone, they might be at a part in the story where revealing something would be too much. But I do just think that they were, like... I think they were rushing to get that game out, and they saw the league cards as a way to kind of add a bit more lore in without actually adding a bit more lore into the game. And that's a bit of a shame, because I think the story would have benefited from seeing what was on the league cards happen. But there you go. Ronan says, I'm not saying I hate it or anything for Scarlet and Violet's story, just for you compared to the others it's a bit lacking, mainly the gym leaders. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I think the gyms in Scarlet and Violet did seem a little bit... I would agree, they weren't quite as well realised as the others, as the other games, because they were sort of just one part of a massive story, weren't they? So they were a bit diluted. But I guess when I think of Scarlet and Violet's story, I kind of think more of the actual storylines, like Nemona, Arven, Penny. Like, what happened with them as opposed to the gym leaders, but I get it. Oh, Showtime says, here's a little fact. Most of the rivals say they lost or have beaten the gym leader before you get there. Started noticing the pattern playing Sword and Shield, again with Hop, for example. Oh, 100%. It's, yeah, that happens a lot. It's always, not frustrating, but it's like you'll always beat Barry in a battle, but Barry will always be ahead of you. And you're like, how? So... I think it's to give you the motivation to keep training and keep working, because you wanna beat your rival, you wanna surpass them. But I don't know if it always came across that way. No problem, Sir Julius. Well, congrats on your shiny Squirtle. Just found it literally right now as you were ready to hop off. Very cool. Well done. I'll see you next time. Yeah, enjoy your friend's house. Sounds like a lovely evening. And you got a shiny squirrel now. I must admit, Amelia, I've never played Pokemon Masters EX, but it's always intrigued me. So maybe one day I will. Oh, I missed the counter. Let me just pop these back in here. Oh my god, so many Swinub. I think I've filled like nearly. No, I have filled 30 boxes of Swinub at this point, and now we're on to our 31st box. When you look at the number. Oh, Pugs, welcome to stream. Very good to see you. Thank you very much for the best of luck. And you couldn't agree more about the great character development in Scarlet and Violet. Nice. I'm glad you like it too. It's they're a cracking set of games, aren't they? Really. Now that they're fixed. I mean, the story of them and the characters and the music and the Pokemon designs. I think all that stuff was really good. It was just the performance, and I think I still slightly don't like the very empty open world. It works in some instances. Sometimes it's really good to have this big open area with nothing to do in it except look for Pokemon. But I think sometimes it is like, oh, I would like a little bit more there. But other than that, love them. I can't wait to go back to them soon. James says, I hope this Swinub won't be a repeat of Vulpix. Me too. Me too. That would be... So a repeat of Vulpix would be 3,600 eggs hatched. So yeah, let's hope not. And yeah, course, sorry, Pugs as well. Good luck with your starter hunt. I don't know when you're next streaming, but best of luck. It's got to be soon. It's got to be soon. I know I keep saying it, but it's got to be soon. Oh, Ham's going to start collecting a batch of eggs now. Hope I get it soon. Good luck, Ham. I'm right there with you. I'm suffering right there with you. Okay? I don't know who's going to get the shiny first. I feel like it might be you. So best of luck. Shorttime says, also at the same time, when checking their teams, it really do be, how did you win? Not all of them, since most have decent teams. Oh, is this rivals? Yeah. But it would still be fun if we get ahead before the rival catches up, etc. I do know what you mean. Yeah, sometimes you do come across the team and you're like, you should not have you should not have beat that gym leader. You definitely should not have beat that gym leader. I'm trying to think of an example. I mean, the last time I battled Barry, I think I'm just about ready to battle Barry again. In Pastoria, because if you have a little look at my town map... Oh, hang on, no, it says it there. Chase the Grunt heading east of Pastoria City. Now that is... Here's Pastoria. It's I don't know if anyone remembers this. You chase him up to Lake Valor. But Barry kind of... As you go through the gate, Barry kind of surprises you with a battle. So I'm about to battle him again. But I feel like he's just beaten Wake. And Wake has got a Gyarados, a Quagsire, and a Floatzel. He's got a pretty good team. But Barry, I'll have like a level 28 Monferno, a Staravia. I think he's got a Ponyta. And I want to say he's got like a Roselia or something. No, maybe not Roselia. He's got something else that's not really all that good. There's no way Barry should have beat Wake. So I fully agree with you on this. Fully agree with you. Yeah. I mean, that's why, sometimes as well, that's why, like, Hop is a really good example of a rival. Because Hop is always ahead of you for a little bit. But if you remember, after Bede beats him in the wild area, he completely loses his composure. And he starts swapping his team around, and he doesn't really know what to do. And it's like, actual character development instead of just Barry just running around and being like, I'm gonna go meet the next gym. I'm gonna go meet the next gym. I'm gonna go and beat. You know, like that's all Barry ever does. He does like until Jupiter beats him at Lake Acuity. He doesn't really. He doesn't really care. So yeah, I feel like Hop is a good example. You know. James still has a few boxes of Soul Rocks to hatch on Sword from a themed hunt from like last year, maybe. Oh, very nice. Do you think you'll finish hatching them? I 100% am going to delete this save file with about 30 boxes worth of eggs on it when the end comes. I'm sure. Shadow says, as a day one Master AX player, it's become awful. No skill involved now, just gambling. And if you get something good, you destroy through the whole game. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, I feel like I already kind of knew that it would be not great because it's a mobile game. I'm not saying all mobile games are inherently bad, but come on, let's be honest, most of them do have pretty shady business practices. So, yeah. James has just chugged a mug of coffee. Nothing can stop me. It's decaf, and it might make me so warm I get sleepy. May have been a bad idea. At least it was decaf. Well done. Oh, Emilio, congrats on getting all the shinies from the mass outbreaks. Scoobs do, welcome back as well. Good to see you. Barry and BDSP with a level 21 star, literally, and he's just beaten like Maylene, who's got a Lucario. And you're like, okay, Barry. Okay. Well done. Nice, Pugs. I've got a good feeling for you as well. I do think it's going to be soon. I do. James, there's no way he's beaten Wake with that team. Ice Fang floats and laughs in Barry's face. 100%. 100%. He's not got a good team, Barry. He gets a better team later on, but yeah, not right now. Matt, welcome in. Good to see you, dude. How are you doing? Oh, was I up to... No. Here? What I'm trying to do, I don't know if anybody's noticed this. You probably will have seen this happening, but I am not taking from the front because every time I take a line of eggs, so say I take this one, the first 5 eggs that I get replaced here. So I keep trying to like take the 5 that were the oldest, so that's why I keep moving up. I don't know if it's actually working, but that's the thought process, just so you know. That's fair, James, that's fair. You'll hatch them someday. Today is not that day. I have the attention span of a gnat in a room full of fruit. Love it. That's fair. That's fair. You've got to be somewhat like tuned in to hatch eggs, haven't you? I notice that when I'm not on stream and I'm hatching eggs, I start to fall asleep. The amount of times I've been sitting in this chair off stream collecting eggs, just collecting eggs while I've been watching something on my phone and I've started to fall asleep, is like comical. How much Party Ali's Sword and Shield Shiny Only video yesterday? Oh, very nice. It's a great video, isn't it? And you saw that I commented on it. Yeah, I think I gave her a donation because I was working on my Sword and Shield Shiny Only run. Like, we were nearly finished with it when hers came out, and just a lot of people were doing Sword and Shield videos, and I thought it's really nice to see Sword and Shield getting like an actual bit of love for it. And she spent like a year on that video, I think. I know I do spend like quite a lot of time on mine. Like, my Sword and Shield run I think took 7 or 8 months, but I think she really went all out, and like even with targets where she wanted, I don't know, say she wanted a Milcery, and a shiny Electrike popped up, she carried on until she got a shiny Milcery. So yeah, very, very good video. Very, very good video. Ali's really blown up, hasn't she? She's like got a crazy amount of subscribers and views and stuff now. I think she's honestly not far off overtaking Absol, which is wild when you think of how long the two of them have been around for. I'm not saying that it's like, obviously, it's not all about subscribers and views and stuff, like, it's not, but I just mean, if you're just looking at it from like, wow, she's really blown up. There you go. Oh, nice, Matt. All good. Finished work for the week. Very nice. Today's your Friday then. That's beautiful, isn't it? Glad you're doing all good, dude. Yeah, I'm all good as well. Thank you. Yeah, the weather's nice, but it's not too hot. My last day in the office was today, so I'm working from home tomorrow, but that's always fine. I don't mind working from home. Managed to get hold of some Pokemon cards. They're on the way. That's cool. No Swinub yet, but that's not the worst. We'll get there. So yeah, I'm doing really good, thanks, dude. Are you have you got tomorrow off for any reason, or is it just like a day off? Like, have you booked it basically? Are you up to anything? Jim says, oh, just got an ad about pizza and then Wayfar's store. Not Streamer Man, but a furniture store. Yeah, is it spelled W-A-Y-F-A-I-R? Wayfar. That's funny, actually, because I work for a furniture company, but I just don't work for Wayfar. So, can you imagine if I worked for Wayfar? That'd be something. James says Swinub at 987 is your bet. 987 would be okay, because 987 would be today. You know, I'm not expecting to get it today because the reality of the situation is it's been going on for a while now. We're not going to be able to hatch that many eggs tonight because I'm going to be doing so much collecting. So I don't expect to find it today, but it's always possible, isn't it? As Jake always says, it only takes one. 9:30 for Amelia, good guess. Oh, Matt, you're going to Bristol for the weekend, so a long train journey tomorrow. Oh, very nice. Well, enjoy. Are you going there for like any reason? Like, are you going watching something or doing something? Or you don't got to say what it is, obviously, but just enjoy. Hopefully. Oh no, hang on. Bavaria needs to hop off, but the best of luck, and you'll watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. No problems, Bavaria. Well, just thanks for joining. You know, it's been good to have you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I don't know what you're up to, but yeah, enjoy. Ham's going to do batches of 60 Grookey eggs. Just because you can feel it coming soon, so you don't want to get too many eggs at once. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, because, I mean, you've seen me, haven't you, with Ekans, where I had like 8 boxes worth still to hatch. It's not good. Not good stuff. Oh, nice, Matt, catching up with uni friends. Most of them live there. That's pretty cool. That sounds like a lovely weekend. I imagine that'll be a bit of a boozy weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sounds fun. Oh, thanks, Bavaria. Jim says needs more Swinub. More! It does. It does. Calamari says, it only takes one encounter, but sometimes it takes more than 20k. It does, but I think the only thing that keeps you sane... It's funny, really. I feel like finding out when you're going to find a shiny is probably like finding out when you're going to die. You know, like, you don't want to know, because it could be really bad news. So, I mean, I think that's the only similarity, really. So it's not. I guess it's not totally like finding out when you're gonna die, but it a little bit. Like if someone said, right, you can see how many you starting at 0. You can see how many encounters it's gonna take to find this shiny. If you looked and it was 5, you'd be like, oh my god, that is amazing. But if you look and it's 30,000, you know you've got to do 30,000. Whereas if you get to 15,000, you can still go, oh, it could be right round the corner. You've got like that hope. Do you see what I'm trying to say? You've got something to hold on to and go, ah, well, you know, it could be 30,000, but it could be 15,001. And that's why I'm going to keep doing it. So there you go. Oh no, James. Have you got any fans to cool you down? Quick. Matt's dreading it. Do you know what? The thing is you'll have a great time when you get there. You just won't have a great time the day after. Saturday morning, you'll be feeling it. I predict. But enjoy. Enjoy. I don't know what Bristol's like for going out. Is it pretty good? If it's a uni place, I've got to imagine it will be pretty decent. Oh, cool, Amelia. So Gemma is like your go-to name. Ham agrees getting a shiny in death is basically the same thing. Basically. You wait around for a long time and then you're greeted with the sweet release of you know, death or the shiny. It's true. But Calamari says, true, it reduces the appeal of getting it randomly if we know when it will show up. Because then you're doomed, aren't you? Like, if you could find out that it was going to take 30,000, starting from 0 you'd know that you've got an awful road ahead of you. Whereas starting from 0 and thinking that you could get it in the first 10 encounters is exciting, isn't it? Look, the perfect example of this is my briefcase hunt, isn't it? Like, I started that, and I literally had to sit down and accept before I started that challenge in BDSP. I was like, right, you've never done anything like this before, shiny hunting wise. You've done Let's Go, you've done Legends Arceus, you've done Scarlet and Violet. This could take you a year to find, and you've got to accept that right now. And then I got it on the same day. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was crazy. If you'd have told me beforehand I would get it at 99, I would have been made up. But if you'd told me beforehand that I was going to get it at 24,000 and it was going to take me a year, I'd have been like, oh no, I don't want to have to do this. Because it would be 8 hours most days, knowing that it's never gonna happen. So that's what I mean. Oh no, James. I'm sorry to hear that. I feel for you because honestly, when you're roasting, there's just nothing you can do, is there? Matt's not coming back till Monday. Oh, it's gonna be like that most days. Listen, best of luck. Best of luck. Honestly, it's been so long since I've had a hangover, and it's not something I look forward to getting again. It's been a long time. It's never fun. Zach, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Oh, you went to uni in Plymouth, Matt, but most people ended up in Bristol. Got you. Oh, so you don't know what Bristol's like, it's just... Yeah, of course, right, that makes sense. I thought you meant you'd all been to uni in Bristol and people had stayed there, so I've got you. Uni in Plymouth must have been quite cool. Plymouth's like, sort of down south near Devon and stuff, isn't it? So, imagine that's pretty nice. I've no idea where we're up to now. Maybe this one? Just guessing. Oh, no probs, James. Thank you very much for joining. I hope she's all good. Yeah. I hope the rest of your evening is okay. Drive safe, as you always say. Clamorice says being blissfully ignorant helps a lot with shiny hunting. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It really does. Yeah, I did read about that. Like literally, I think like an hour ago, Zach. Yeah. That's a shame. A real shame. And a day after Aussie as well. Kind of bizarre, that, really. Noah, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing? Oh, to be fair, we've had more people on stream today than I thought. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling that today's stream was going to be a bit of a quiet one. I don't really know why, but I just did. Oh, it's all good. I just heard Bucky bark a little bit and I thought, oh, there's someone at the door. But they're not. Oh, picking a different row of eggs. How exciting. I'm only doing that. I don't know if you heard me say before. I'm only doing that because... every time I collect eggs now, if I was to collect these 5 and put them here, the first 5 eggs that I collect go there in that gap, so they become the newest eggs. So I'm trying to do them oldest first, if that makes sense. But I'm not I'm not always seeing them first. Sorry, not always seeing them first. I'm not always getting it right. Like I keep going. Was I up to this row? I think I was. I mean, you've just seen. I was here, and it took. The ones I've collected have started to be put back into that row because it's the earliest available slot in the boxes. I think that's how it works. So there you go. So yeah. It's not really any different for us, and I don't even really. It doesn't really matter. I think in my head, it's like if I do it oldest first, and then the shiny appear. Like no, sorry. If I do it newest first, and then the shiny appears. Oh, sorry, shiny doesn't appear. In my head, I'll be like, oh, was it in the oldest ones? Whereas if I do it in the oldest ones first, I can go, well, I would never do the newest ones. It's stupid. I'm just being stupid, really. But that's why it's not. I'm not just picking a different row for the fun of it. I'm trying to do it to just to do them in chronological order, like I usually would, because that is how I would usually do it. Good, Noah, glad you're doing great. You got your first shiny in your second attempt of your shiny only, and let's go, very nice. What was the shiny? Let me have a think. I'm gonna guess it was Oddish. Oh, nice Amelia battling the Macrocosmos and then Oleana. Good luck. In the Rose Tower. It's always a bit of a weird story, that bit. Rose Tower. Not the most fun. Oh, nice, Noah. It was a Nidoran male. That's a really good shiny to get. That's awesome. Congrats, dude. We got any nicknames for it yet? Or are you not a nicknaming person? Do you know what's funny is I never used to nickname my Pokemon. When I was a kid, I was always like, no, they need to be called their own names. Like, I'm not nicknaming my Pokemon. I want them to be called their name because that's their name. It's only as an adult I've kind of gone like, oh, I actually really like nicknaming my Pokemon, but it's not something I liked as a kid. I don't know whether that was just because I watched the anime and they didn't do that in the anime really for the most part. Most part they just kind of kept the names as they were, so in my head it was like, no, it has to be like that. But yeah. Cogs, sorry, let me try that again. Cogs, welcome to stream. Going very good, thank you, other than the fact that Swinub does not want to shine. How about you? How are you doing? Amelia says, yeah, not the most fun. The Darkest Day was terrifying. Was it? You're not a fan of the Darkest Day. Yeah, it is kind of funny watching all of the stadiums erupt with the Dynamax energy. I've got a quick question for Calamari. I know you're lurking, so don't worry if you can't answer. But what shiny hunts are you going to be doing now that you've done your Sinnoh Mythicals and you've got Manaphy and all that kind of stuff? Have you decided what you're going to move to next? Oh, and also just a PSA to everyone. Don't forget about the Wo-Chien raids that are out in Scarlet and Violet right now, where you can beat Wo-Chien in a raid, and if we win the raid 1 million times, everyone who battled in it gets a shiny Wo-Chien. Really easy to forget about him, but yeah, just go and beat it at least once, and then if you beat it at least once, you'll get a shiny Wo-Chien. So, worth doing. I think we were up to this one. Noah, oh nice, you called him Morty because you're watching Rick and Morty right now. Very cool. Good choice. Morty. I've not watched Rick and Morty for ages. I feel like I used to really like it. And I don't know what happened, but there just came a point where I just kind of stopped watching it. Amelia remembers Nessa, Carbu, Opal, and Raihan's gyms erupted with Dynamax. Yes. Yeah. That was quite that's quite a big event, really. When you think about it, like, from, obviously in Sword and Shield, it's just kind of wrote off as like, oh, thankfully everybody was fine. But, like, when you think about what actually happened, Galar must have been in absolute chaos. Ham says, is there any rock-type shiny that's light blue? Cloth? Relicanth? Ooh, this isn't light blue, but I mean Lycanroc is a blue. Oh, Rockruff, yeah. But yeah, Relicanth has got light blue in it, and Cloth is light blue, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Trying to think of other rock types. Oh, I can't believe I did this, but at one point I actually rode around him like this, waiting for eggs. That makes me feel sick. Doing it now. I'm not doing that. Calamari says, honestly, no clue. I plan my shiny hunts for long term, but now that you've got everything relatively quick, you've no idea what to hunt. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, you've done exceptionally well this year, though, haven't you? You've got so much done. Carbink as well, yeah, good shout, good shout. And William as well, welcome in. William says Colossal. Very good point, yeah, Colossal. I mean, Colossal's... It definitely can... I don't know if it's a light blue, but it's definitely along those lines. I think you could count it. Any reason you want to know, Ham? Is there like a... Any specific reason? Calamari says, I guess I'm just beating up shiny snails at the moment. Yes, good. Well done. I've done it once so far, because I couldn't seem to join anybody else's raid. I managed to host one myself and invite people, but I couldn't join anyone else's, so I've just left it for now. But I've done one. Cog says, it's going good. Outside of doing a few VGC battles and hatching Tepig eggs, hoping I don't go over triple odds. Oof. Oof. Well, I'm glad you're doing all good. You're not a fan of the VGC battles, are you just... Is it difficult? I am terrible at VGC, so I don't think I would enjoy it either, if I'm being honest. Ham says, I want a Pokemon that looks like... Ah, okay. Got ya. Got ya. I'm avoiding saying what it is, because the shiny could appear. It's not appeared. That's a brilliant theme team. I'm trying to think of other... other Pokemon that would be Breaking Bad themed. Well, you could have chicken. Something that's like resembling a chicken. You could have a Viper, like a snake Pokemon, because Walt's got the Dodge Viper. I've got to admit, I'm clutching at straws. Noah says, remember the Vulpix hunt? I do remember I don't think I'll ever forget the Vulpix hunt. Calamari says, Wo-Chien is relatively easy, you just solo it with your Annihilate. That's fair. I must admit, I was not prepared. I just had, I had Wolfie's Incineroar, and that was about it. Oh, Level Ups, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, chicken. It's if you don't know what Breaking Bad is, Amelia, you won't know what it is. Ham says because of the really baggy pants. Scrafty would be a good one for Jesse. 100%. 100%. I honestly can't. I feel like I'm struggling. It would be hard to make a Breaking Bad themed team. For me. Level Up says, good, I'm having a chill day today. Very nice. Have you done anything, or are you just, fully chilling? Right, let's have a little look at the poll, because I've not had a look yet. So we had 39 votes on the poll, which is pretty good. Most people were the most happy with alphas returning and rogue mega evolutions. Which actually, I spotted something from the trailer that I want to talk about with that in a minute. So remind me. That was 41% of the votes. Dragonite Knight, or Mega Dragonite, was at 31% of the votes. People really like Mega Dragonite. That's pretty good. I'm happy that people are liking it. I did see some absolute rubbish this morning. I saw quite a few people just complaining about the presents, like to the degree where you're just like, oh, why are you even like bothered about Pokemon anymore if you hate it this much? And then I also saw some people saying, people who are freaking out, people who don't like Mega Dragonite are, I can't remember what it was now, it was just like, I don't know, in denial or something like that, like something like really like dumb. Saying like they're not real fans, and I was like, that's rubbish. Like literally, you can like a design, you can not like a design. That is literally what an opinion is. But I'm glad that people are liking Mega Dragonite, because I am still on the fence about it. I'm not sure whether I like it. I didn't like it when I first saw it. The more I've watched the trailer, the more I've gone, do you know what, actually, it's not as bad as I thought. I think there's redeeming qualities to it. So I think it might grow on me, but not quite there yet. Next is 15% of the votes is new character story and teams, very good. And then 13% of the votes is character customization on point. So character customization is bottom of the list, but I feel like that's probably not because it isn't like a thing that people are looking forward to. It's probably just because the other stuff was cooler. Let me catch you with chat and then I'll go back to what I was going to tell you all about the Rogue Mega Evos. Matt says Salamence as Salamanca. That is brilliant. You're a genius, Matt. I think Scoobs-Doo is spot on ham. A Pokemon that can self-destruct. I think Voltorb is probably very Teo Salamanca anyway. Isn't he? I would. He's got like the. Yeah. I think that sounds good. Level Up says 18 viewers, 39 votes. No, don't worry, it's not ghosts. It's just that the stream so far has had 129 views. So people have come and gone. So some people have come in the chat and then like voted and then left. So that's all that is. Cog says VGC is something else, especially with double restricted mons being the format now. I do love Mega Dragonite. I hope its shiny is either pink like Dragonair or blue like regular Dragonair, either or. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier on. I would like it to be blue and white like regular Dragonair. I have a feeling that it's not going to be. I have a weird feeling that it's going to be like just Dragonite, but like the green and the purple. I don't want that. No, is it green and purple? The green anyway. I don't want that, but I have a feeling that might be what it is. But fingers crossed it won't be. Because they really have leaned into the Dragonair, haven't they, on Dragonite, so it probably will be... It probably will be the colour, hopefully. Thanks very much, Level Ups. Congratulations, halfway to 17k. Aiming for 20 at the end of this year, I'm hoping. We'll see. I'm not sure we'll get there, but let's hope so. And Pugs, your opinion on Mega Dragonite will depend heavily on whether its shiny is inspired by Dragonite's colour scheme or Dragonair's. You love pink shinies. Totally understandable. I think it's the same with me as well. I think if it gets a good colour scheme, that will make it look great, won't it? We'll all be happy with it if it gets a good colour scheme. If it's the same as regular Dragonite, I think that will solidify that I'm not really that into it. But But I did have another look at it today, and it kind of... What turned me around on it a little bit was that it's got parts of it that that do look noticeably different to Dragonite. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, it's just basically Dragonite, but with Dragoners, or like an odd bit from Dragoners stuck on it. But really, it's not. It's got like a longer tail. Its eye color changes. I kind of, yeah, I do think it's not too bad, especially if the shiny colour, like we've said, is a good one. So, what I wanted to tell you all about what I saw with the Rogue Megas, it's not a massive detail, but something really interesting I thought it was really interesting when I saw it, was when they were battling against the Rogue Mega in the trailer, they mentioned that you'd have to use Mega Evolution to beat them. And I noticed that when there was a part where the Rogue Mega sort of like did this animation where it like shook, or it did something. So maybe when it gets to a certain health point, it'll be stunned or something and it'll move around. But it dropped. It was only like for a split second. It dropped these little Mega Evolution orbs on the ground, and the person who was playing in the trailer ran over and collected one of them, and it went from like the middle of the screen where they collected it. It like went down to the bottom right of the screen, and it had like a Mega Evolution sort of like bar that you would have to fill up. A little bit like when you are doing terror raids in Scarlet and Violet and you have to wait a couple of turns before you can terrestrialize because you're charging your terror orb, or in Pokemon Go when you're doing like a Dynamax raid and you have to like collect the Dynamax energy that's on the floor to like charge the bar at the top. Very similar to that, and that did make me think, I don't know, it's going to be really interesting to do those raids because they are clearly very interactive. It's not just like you go in them and you send your Pokemon out and you immediately Mega Evolve them and you just, you all attack the creature. It's going to be, you can't Mega Evolve straight away. You've got to battle it for a little while. You've got to run around in conjunction with your Pokemon and not get in the way of attacks and collect these little things. So it feels like there's going to be a lot going on in not just in regular battles, but particularly in those Rogue Mega Evolution battles. And I must admit, that coupled with the fact that you have to team up with one of the Team MZ people makes me think that it's not going to be these aren't going to be like events that you can just encounter over and over again. They're not going to be like you'll be walking along the street and a Pokemon just Rogue Mega Evolves. I think they might be like the noble Pokemon, where it is this spectacle, this one-off battle that you have to like engage in. I guess we'll see. But yeah. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Not a big detail, like I say, but just a little detail that will probably make a big difference to the way you battle in those Rogue Mega Evolution battles. Level Up says, anybody going anywhere for the holidays? Well, for me, it's not holidays. So no. Matt says, Rogue Mega is my street name. Nice. My street name is Bed by 9. Are there a certain set of starters that we have to choose for Legends or not? You have to be... Yeah, you're going to have to pick between Tepig, Totodile and Chikorita, yeah. Oh, I also learned today, I didn't know this, but that pre-order bonus that I shared in the Discord was a UK exclusive. So I thought that was a bit weird. I would have sworn. I don't know. I didn't think that we got. I thought some places did exclusive deals, but I thought Nintendo would have had a pre-order bonus that was for everyone and not just for like one country. So apparently the UK has come off pretty well with it. I've seen a lot of stuff where other people are getting like enamel pins, and I think maybe in Japan you get like a trench coat accessory for in the game. But the UK, we're getting like real physical items. We're getting an umbrella, a cap, a mug, some figures. Like it's a really good deal. I wonder why. Yeah, level up's Calamari's right. Chikorita's grass. Tepiga's fire, Totodile's water, Chikorita's grass. Just as a quick recap, by the way, so we started at 875, so this is our 70th egg hatched in an hour and 40 minutes, so we're actually not that far behind what we would be if we were just hatching eggs and not collecting, but we're also not really all that close. It's a funny one. We're sort of like, yeah, we're definitely not hatching as many as we should be. Oh, sorry, as we usually would be. Snowlad, welcome in. How are you? Are you feeling any better? I hope so. Excuse me. Oh, you got confused. You thought it was Torchic, not Chikorita. Yeah. There you go. Pretty cool starters. Just a little bit weird that obviously we've got 2 Generation 2 starters, but I, you know, love Generation 2. You all know I'm very biased for it. So, for me, it's great. Get in there but your voice is gone. Oh, God. It's so annoying when your voice goes because you just can't really do all that much, can you? You are stuck. Especially like recording and stuff. So I hope you are. Well, I'm glad that you're getting better, and hopefully your voice comes back soon. Oh, I was going to do the counter then. Getting mixed up. I forgot to say as well, by the way, just so you all know, we have now gone past my longest Masuda shiny hunt. My longest was Tyrant, 903. So we're way past that now. And I think we are going to go 1,000 for this, at least. So that's fun. Oh, nice, Nola, well done. You've been doing your part on the 1 million raids for SV. I did just remind everybody about that one, because I feel like it's quite easy to forget about, but, you know, we all want a shiny Wo-Chien, don't we? So you want to get at least one of them in. At least one. The thing is I think, if I'm being honest, I would be surprised if they, even if they didn't get 1 million people beating the raid once, I think they would artificially inflate the numbers, personally. Because I think for them, it would probably be seen as a pretty big failure if people didn't do it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we should risk it, obviously, but I think the good thing is as long as you've beat it once, I think we'll be golden. Obviously, it's better if people do beat it more, just in case, but I would be really surprised if they ever admitted that they didn't get a million raids beat them. Because I feel like they would... If anything, it would make them look bad, right? Wouldn't it? It would make it look like there wasn't a big enough player base. Oh, nice, you beat it like 50 times yesterday. And Noah says, that's funny, I watched all Snowlad's shiny onlys today. There you go, good timing. And here he is. Here he is. And Levin as well, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you. Is Amelia joking? I actually can't tell whether Amelia's joking. Or not. Oh, you're not joking. Well, I mean, a million's not too much, really. I've beat it, I started at 4 o'clock today, I beat it 825,000 times already. So I've only got another 175,000 to go. And then I'll get it. When Snowland feels better, you're going to finish your Violet video. Very nice. Very nice. I'm looking forward to that. And Draven, welcome to stream as well. Good to see you. How are you doing? With the power of friendship, anything's possible. Yeah. No, it's 1 million per player. I can confirm. I've beat it 825,000 times since 4 PM. It was a tough ride, but I've done it. I'm only joking. Snowlad is right. It's 1 mil for everyone. Because it would. I'm pretty sure that it would actually be impossible to beat it 1 million times on your own. In the time period that we've got, I really don't think it's possible. Here, I think, is where I was up to. Oh, nice, Draven. All good, playing Pokemon Sword, hunting a Gigantamax Trubbish. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, well, good luck. Good luck. It's a nice shiny Trubbish from what I remember. It's not like sure we've done it already. Probably. I feel like especially on the first one as well, like people have just watched the presents. It's fresh in everyone's memory. Like, the likelihood is that we've probably battled it a lot already. But yeah, I've only battled it once so far, but not for lack of trying. I did. So I had a little bit of time before I started stream, and I went on and I beat it once, and then I tried to beat it again, but every time I tried to join a lobby, it just kind of said, like, no, you can't. You unfortunately you weren't able to join. So I just gave up. I just thought I'll just do it. I'll try again later on. But I've beat it once at least, because I found a raid in my own, like, map. Calamari's just farming EXP large candies and some herbers. It's a good shout, to be fair. It's a good opportunity to do so, isn't it? Can someone help me, by the way? I did not do a lot of terror raiding. And I just got to a point in Scarlet and Violet where I did a Wo Chien raid, and Professor Jacques called me up and said, "Thanks so much for doing those raids. There's been some what was it now? Like Black Crystal raids or something? Appearing around Crater Zero. Do not engage in them, I repeat, do not engage in them." What is that about? Does anyone know? Because I have no clue about that. I never really did like any of the post-game stuff really. Well, I did a little bit, but not really a lot. You just have to beat one 6-star raid. Ah, okay. Right, I've got you. Got you. Oh, well then there you go. I wonder why that... Well, I must have just never done really... I never really must have done all that much terror raiding, because it literally only just unlocked. But I did raids for Walking Wake, and I did raids for Iron Leaves. I did raids for the Rayquaza. So I was a bit like, why is this only showing up now? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, I see, Draven. Regular Trubbish, but you want a Gigantamax one for G-Max Ooze. Awesome. I think you get oh, G-Max Ooze. It's like, yeah, it's like a Garboda's special move, isn't it? I know which one you mean. I've used it before, I think, in Dynamax Adventures. Snowlad hopes they do the same thing for Shiny, Coridon and Miraidon. You would think so, wouldn't you? You would hope that they would be the next ones. I'm kind of surprised that we've got the Treasures of Ruin. What's really hilarious for me, right, is... So I've been filling out my living decks, haven't I? Like, periodically, as I get a little bit of time away from YouTube. Every now and again, it's, like, not very often. And, I haven't really got around to doing Scarlet and Violet's Pokedex yet, but I did make a start on it last week. And I caught Wo Chien, but I haven't caught any of the other, like, Treasures of Ruin, or whatever they're called. Legends of Ruin. I don't know what they are. So I'm literally going to get the shiny versions of them before I get the real versions of them. Which is just wild. Probably, anyway. I think he's all good, Amelia. He's just chilling downstairs, really. Yeah, but he was all good before I started stream. So these are the 6-star raids. They drop good amounts of Herba. Awesome. Calamari says, I need to defeat 1 million to get them. Oof. Oof. Well, luckily for me, I'm really close. Like I said, I've already done 825,000, so not much. If I do about half an hour after stream, I'll probably get the rest. Easy. Notice how to get those Wo Chien raids. So you go on the Poke Portal, and then you download the latest news, and then they should just start appearing. You go on the Poke Portal, you get the mystery gift, and then you start doing that. Right, I'm just gonna go back to this box now. Oh, Calamari, you've not got him either. It's winning. Yeah, I have started. But yeah. Yeah, I've not really got close to it. It's funny really, I completed Kitakami's Pokedex through the Teal Mask DLC when we did that on stream. And I was going to do the Indigo Disc as well, but I just never actually got around to Paldea itself. So it is something that I need to do. Like I said, I have made a start on it. I just haven't really got all that far in. Draven says, why does Dragonite look like an angel dragon? Remember Mega Charizard and the blue flame? Why couldn't they do that to Dragonite? I guess just a different vibe, really. I mean, I did say that I'm not 100% on Mega Dragonite's design. I don't know whether I love it or not yet. But Dragonite, Dragonair, Dratini, they've always been seen as quite, like, almost angelic, heavenly Pokemon, haven't they? So I guess maybe it's just the vibe that they're not really, like... Flames wouldn't be the kind of... They wouldn't suit them, maybe? I don't know. Like I said, I do... If you put the wings on Dragonite's back instead of on its head, I think I may have had a bit of a different opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. Level Up says, what has everybody had or is gonna have for tea tonight? Good question. I've had a pizza because I needed something quick. Last night, me and my wife had... I don't know if everyone will know this if you're not from the UK, but if anybody's heard of Marks and Spencer's, it's like a nice food place, food supermarket kind of grocery place in the UK. They do really good food. And we got like chicken tikka masala, chicken korma, poppadoms, onion bhajis, some pilau rice, and then we got, oh, what was it now? Eat and Mess, like, cheesecake dessert. Oh, it was great. And we just sat and watched some TV together and had a proper nice tea. We had a bit of Prosecco as well. I got us some Prosecco. It was great. That was our tea last night. But like I said, tonight I had pizza because I needed something quick. Yeah, that's third Raven. You thinking the wings on the back as well. I know, like I said, I would have liked it, but unfortunately that's just the way it... That's just the way it was. Or the way it is, even. I think the design is going to grow on me. I do think I'll come around to liking it. We'll have to see what the shiny is like as well. Level Ups hasn't been to Marks and Spencer's for a while. It's, yeah, I never used to go, really, but I must admit, I do love a good trip to Marks and Spencer's now. Calamari says, to be fair, there's some people that wanted Dragonite to be more cohesive with Dragonair, and now they've got it. And to be fair, if Dragonite is similar to Mega Charizard, it would get hit for copying it. Yeah, I feel like... I don't know, I feel like, it's tough, isn't it? I don't know. It's tough. I like that it's more cohesive with Dragonair. That's the design I would have picked. I just don't know if I would have picked the way that they've gone about the design. But that's not a bad thing. That's just subjective, isn't it? We all have different, you know, what's the word? Different tastes, don't we? And I agree as well. I think if it was copying Mega Charizard, it would get hit for copying, for sure. I don't think Dragonite would suit Flames personally. That's what I mean. I think for me, it's more of like a. It's always been this. Dragonite is a Pokemon that for me, I would picture if you got lost in the Pokemon world. You know, maybe you were lost in the dark, or you were like stuck in a forest, or you were maybe lost at sea or something. Dragonite would be the Pokemon that would come and rescue you. It would descend like an angel from heaven. That's the vibe I've always got from it. They've always painted it in the anime as being this very like angelic, almost overly friendly, overly generous Pokemon. So I feel like Flames don't suit that vibe. Charizard suits Flames because it's quite, you know, especially when you think of Leon's Charizard and Ash's Charizard, they're quite aggressive but Dragonite's not really ever come across like that to me. So so I do think it was the right idea to go more like Dragonair. Like I said, I just wish the wings were just slightly different, but I'm sure there are other people who are really happy with the wings. I'm sure there are people who, you know, would have not wanted Mega Dragonite at all. It's just the way it is. Sometimes level up, sometimes I have sauce on my pizza, but not too often. Showtime says, remember when people thought we'd find the green pig on Sunday? Good times. Good times indeed. Not like now. He's not wasting time. And no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm surprised at that, Amelia, if you live in the UK. You've never heard of Marks and Spencer's. Scoobs Do says, might go to Marks and Spencer's after seeing Fantastic Four tomorrow now for the coma. Oh, well, enjoy Fantastic Four, for one. I've kind of given up on watching Marvel. I used to be a massive Marvel fan. But I must admit, Fantastic Four looks pretty good. I actually think that might be like a nice film to watch. So, enjoy. And enjoy your Marks and Spencer's as well. I can personally attest that the korma is very good. But, a bit of a warning for you, when you put it in the microwave, you might want, well, if you are putting it in the microwave and not the oven, you might want to, even if you paste obviously when you have to paste the film, like, that's what the instructions say, but you might want to put it on a plate, because it always kind of explodes a little bit in the microwave, not fully, but like like every time I put Marks and Spencer's curries in the microwave, this is how often I have Marks and Spencer's curries. I know. The kind of like, they leak, and you end up like with, all over the microwave plate, you end up with like curry sauce, so just, top tip for you, get a plate under it. Ham, welcome back from dinner. Not really missed anything. We're still going. No shiny. So there you go. Regal-like vibe. Draven says, yeah, exactly. Regal's the perfect description. Love that. Showtime says, Dragonite always gave me peaceful, gentle giant vibes. It's adorable, but could also absolutely obliterate you if you start biting. Yeah. I feel like I've misread that, but I know what you mean. 100% same. That's my vibes of it as well. It's just this. It's this gentle giant that comes to the aid of people who need it, but will also not be pushed around. Snarl says everything after Endgame is meh to you. To be fair, mainly the same. After Endgame, I knew it wasn't going to be, obviously, amazing. But I gave it a pretty good chance. I mean, I kind of thought if they build to another Thanos, you know, it's the same formula. Like, if they put a few films out, they put a few TV shows out, I'll give them time, because, you know, I've trusted them for the last 10 years. They were brilliant, so I'm happy to wait. But I think there was a point where, like, for me, I liked WandaVision, I liked the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. I think there was one or two films that came out, like No Way Home was pretty good. At least when you first watched it. I don't know if it's as good on a rewatch, but it was pretty good when I first watched it. And there was a couple of others. But then it became very obvious that they weren't going to connect the universe anymore, and they were just kind of releasing film after film or TV show after TV show without any real plan. So I think for me, I don't remember what film it was, but I remember it got to a certain point and I went, there's no point. It's gone. Maybe it was Ant-Man Quantumania where, like, they beat Kang. And it was Ant-Man, and Kang was talking about how he'd killed all these other Avengers and destroyed their worlds and stuff, and then Ant-Man beats him, and it was just like, listen, I like Scott, but Scott's not someone who should beat Kang. And then in the end, he didn't even beat Kang, it was the ants that beat him. It was just really, really shocking writing. And I think that was the point where I kind of gave up. I did like Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but the thing with Guardians is Guardians were good films on their own. They didn't need to be part of Marvel to be good films. They were just always good films with their own story. And Guardians 3 wraps up a lot of the storylines of those characters really nicely. But they've made some shocking mistakes since then. I even remember seeing, like, when Secret Invasion came out, the director said that he made Rhodey, which is War Machine, a scroll, and his intention was that he got took before the events of, like, Infinity War, and I was like, so the real Rhodey, the real War Machine, didn't know that Tony died. And that just ruins that scene in Endgame. I obviously don't believe that. I think that he was just a director that didn't know what he was doing. But my point is that it's stuff like that that just they've traded in a really good formula of film after film linking together, building towards a bigger story, in favor of just like, oh yeah, we want money. We want to put out as many films as possible because we want to make as much money as possible, and I just think that that's just sad. So yeah, not for me no more, I'm afraid. Which is really sad because, like I say, I used to be really into Marvel. It was so good. Level Up says, how do you get the eggs to give the exact Pokemon that you want? So I breed a Ditto with the Pokemon that I want. So Ditto is Ditto can breed with anything, and you can't breed Ditto itself, I don't think. So every time you breed something with a Ditto, you always get the Pokemon that you're breeding. So as an example, I've put a Mamoswine in the daycare. I will always get a Swinub because the other Pokemon is Ditto. Does that make sense? What's my favourite generation based on the designs? Oh, that's a good question. Do you know what? This might be a bit of a controversial one. It might be a bit of a controversial one because there's a lot of good generations with great designs, and I think Hoenn might be up there. I'm gonna say Kalos. And I think Kalos had in its favour, to be fair, it had a very small Pokedex. But I think when you look at Kalos' Pokemon, they are very, very well designed for the most part. Very well designed. I don't think I ever look at that Pokedex and go, ooh, I don't really love this. It's a good roster. But that's because it's the smallest one, isn't it, of the lot. What about you guys? No probs. Draven, welcome back. And Ham says, did think of a Breaking Bad Pokemon while you were gone. Galarian Wheezing. I love it because of the smoke that comes out of the van when they're cooking. Very nice. Very nice. Would agree, Snowlad, yeah, they pump out way too many movies back to back without any breaks. And then they put in TV shows as well. The whole thing just got stupid. But like, no, again, not even in a bad way. Like, I'm not even, can I just say, I'm not even one of those people who is like, oh, the Marvels. Like, I wouldn't watch the Marvels because I don't want to watch Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and like I would have given that film a fair chance if the 4 or 5 films before it had been connected and were working well. I didn't give that film a chance because I didn't watch that film because I kind of went, there's no point in me watching it because my favourite thing about Marvel was that everything connected and it was building towards something. So every time I went and watched a film, I was like, oh, you know, are we going to find out how this links into this part of the story, or like who's going to be in this one that wouldn't? Like, that was what my favourite bit was. As soon as that stopped, I went, I don't care no more. I really don't care anymore. And that's the thing, at that point for me, Marvel's was just irrelevant because Guardians was always going to be a good film on its own. It had won my trust. Deadpool and Wolverine was a film that concluded a trilogy that was already there. You know, things like the Marvels was just like, eh. Thunderbolts is another one, was just like, it might be good, but I don't care anymore. You've lost me. You lost me a long time ago. Really sad, to be honest. Oh, Snow, I thought I was going to say Sun and Moon. I could see why you would think that, to be fair. Especially because I said controversial. I'm going to have a little look at X and Y's Pokédex now, but I do feel like that's... I don't feel like my answer's going to change. Here we go. X and Y Pokédex on Cerebi. So, oh, no probs, Ham. No probs. I will see you again soon. Enjoy your walk with the dog. Sounds fun. So X and Y have got good starters for the most part. I think Chestnut, Delphox, Greninja are all... I think we can all at least mostly agree that they're pretty cool starters. It's got one of the best regional birds, I think, ever in Talonflame. I love the bug as well, being Scatterbug, Spupa, Vivian. Spupa might be one of the few like middle form bug evolutions that actually looks really good and has like a cool design. Oh, my phone's annoying me. Keeps doing this auto lock. Litleo and Pyro, nice designs. Florges, Floette, Flobaby, again, good designs. Skiddo and Go-Go, Pancham, Pangoro, Furfru with all the trims, which is a good shout. Esper and Meowstick, Honedge, Doublade, Aegislash, all brilliant. These ones I can take or leave in Swirlix, Slurpuff, Inkay, Malamar. Oh no, sorry, not Malamar, sorry. Spritzy, Aromatisse, Swirlix, Slurpuff. Those four I can kind of leave, you know, take it or leave it, but they're still okay. Inkay and Malamar are really cool. Really cool. Binacle and Barbaracle, awesome. Very underrated Pokemon. Skrelp and Dragalge, the same. Clauncher, Clawitzer. Helioptile, Heliolisk. Tyrant, Tyrantrum, Amora, Aurorus. Literally the 4 best fossil Pokemon. I will die on that hill. Sylveon, most people's favourite evolution. Holucha, brilliant. Dedenne, cool Pika clone. Carbink, nice little dude. Goomy Slagoo, Goodra, very good pseudo-legendaries in terms of the design at the very least. Klefki, which I feel like people didn't like Klefki, but I feel like maybe now a little bit more so. Phantom Trevenant, Pumpkaboo, Gorgeist. People love all four of those. Bergmite Avalugg, maybe not so much. Maybe, I don't know, depends on your point of view. I always thought they were Gen 5, to be honest. It always surprises me that they were actually Gen 6. Noibat, Noivern, both of them are brilliant. Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, great 3 legendaries. And then the mythicals are Diancie, Hooper, and Volcanion. That's a very strong lineup for a Dex, personally. I would be surprised if many people looked at that Dex and went, yeah, I dislike more than 10% of it. But that, for me, was I think Kalos was the first region where they went, oh, we have got, we've got a lot of, like, Pokemon so far. Maybe we need to sort of not put as many new ones in this generation. Let's kind of split it and do, like, new and old. And it worked really well, because they actually came up with designs that were really good and really, like, well realized and finished and stuff, but without, well, probably because there was only, like, so many of them. I don't know. What's your thoughts, guys? What's your favourite generations for based on designs? Scoobs2 says Holucha is your favourite from Gen 6. It's so good, isn't it? Holucha is, oh, like, literally one of the best Pokemon ever. I really hope that Holucha is in ZA. I feel like it will be, but I really especially hope that it is, because I feel like it's going to look so cool in the the real-time battling. I definitely will be putting it on my team, I think, for the, you know, for my initial playthrough when we stream it, if it's there. Calamari says it's got the best squid in Inkay Malamar. Yeah, very cool, especially with Contrary. Level Ups is going Pokemon Y as well. I mean, do you know what? There's definitely other generations you could say. I feel like Hoenn has got a very strong Pokedex as well. It's funny, really, because I think there's people who, I literally hear people who will say, oh, Pokemon for me ended after the original 151. Like, it wasn't very good after the original 151. And I just kind of don't get that, because well, actually, I think when people say that, it means that they didn't actually play beyond the first 151, and that's not me saying that other people's opinions are wrong. It's just me saying that I can't see how anybody could play through Kanto and then play through, like, Hoenn or Sinnoh or Unova and kind of look and go, oh, these are terrible designs. Like, only the first 151 are the good Pokemon. Like, everything after that was rubbish, because there was so many good designs after that original 151. In fact, I would argue that Kanto is probably about, like, middle of the road for designs. I think Kalos has got better designs. I think Hoenn's got better designs. Sinnoh on the fence, but it might do. It might have sort of a similar... Some of them are great, some of them are not great. What else? I don't know about Galar. I like Galar, but I don't know if it beats Kanto. In fact, I don't think it beats Kanto, for me personally. I think Sun and Moon have got good designs from what I remember. Really good designs. Yeah, I don't know. I'd agree with Scoobs. Gem 5 is 50-50. Gem 5, I do really like Unova. It's got a lot of really good designs, and then it has also got one or two that you go, ooh, not sure about that one. You've got Haxorus. You've also got Sigilyph. So, yeah. There you go. I don't know. But Kanto has definitely got Pokemon in it that I look at and I go, that's not a particularly good design. You know? We've seen it before, haven't we, where it's like... People will say, oh, like, I hate Vanillux and Vanillite and Vanillish because they're just ice cream cones as Pokemon, like, such an unoriginal idea, and then you go and look at Kanto and it's like... You know... I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example. Let me find where I'm up to here. I think here, maybe? I don't know. You've got, like, literally, like, Ekans is snake backwards. And Arbok is cobra backwards. So I feel like, you know, every generation's got one or two in them, but I do totally agree, Scoobs. I think Gen 5 is a very weird split. Gen 5 is a funny one, really, because I think they're like really excellent games. Really excellent games. But I think something that Gen 5 maybe struggled with was that it was coming off the back of... So, Red and Blue came out, and obviously everybody went goo goo gaga for Pokemon. Then Gold and Silver came out, and Gold and Silver went, right, we're going to introduce new Pokemon, but we're going to bring back a lot of the old Pokemon. And so Gold and Silver had a really nice mix between the old and the new. Ruby and Sapphire came out and introduced a lot of new Pokemon, but it still had quite a few of the old ones coming back. Like, not all of Hoenn was new Pokemon. There was still a bit of a mix. And then Emerald came out, which had even more. Then Diamond and Pearl came out, again had a nice mix, and Platinum had an even better mix. And then Black and White kind of went, right, we're not having any Pokemon back. Like, they fully went for a new roster without anything old there. And I think that was a bit of a struggle for people to get their heads around, because up until that point, people had... Even if there was a lot of new Pokemon, there was still returning Pokemon. There was still Pokemon there that you could go, oh, I know this one. Gyarados is in this one. Machop's in this one. Oh, when you fight that gym leader, she's got, you know, she's got this, or she's got that, or he's got this, or he's got that. Like, when I fight Watson in Ruby and Sapphire, oh, he's got a Magneton. Oh, I know what a Magneton is. Black and White just kind of went, yeah, we're not having any. And I think that made it hard for people to fully latch onto the new designs, because I think people felt a little bit alienated at the time. And I will be honest as well, from my own experience, I remember getting Black and White and feeling a little bit like that too. Black and White 2, I kind of enjoyed a little bit more, because I remember being able to blend my team, the new and the old, but Black and White was like, here's these new Pokemon, and you are gonna like it, or you are not gonna like this game. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of what was I gonna say now? You know when you do, you know when you guys, if you ever watch like a TV show, and they introduce a new character, a lot of the time when they introduce a new character, they will introduce them as a friend of a character you already like. Or maybe... I don't know. Maybe not even someone who is a friend of the character, but who they have a meeting with and they seem to like get along, and then they develop a friendship with and stuff. And it becomes much easier for you to like a new character if they are bonding with a character that you already know and you already love. Because naturally, you know, if you like if I'm watching The Walking Dead and I like Daryl, and someone new comes along who starts to get along with Daryl, who usually doesn't get along with people, you're like, oh, who is this? I like this person. If someone new just comes along and you show me them and there's like no context, they don't like interact with anyone else, you might not have that same connection to them, you might not like get as engaged with them. And I think that's what happened with Gen 5. I think people, if you'd given people a mix of the old and the new, I think people would have took to Gen 5's Pokemon a lot better. But I think just throwing them out there didn't give people that the best of impressions. Obviously that's changed over time, and I think that's probably changed over time because of what I've just said. But I do think that's why it was quite divisive at launch. I haven't played Sword and Shield on the Switch 2 yet, Amelia. Sorry, I don't know. Level Up says, haven't mentioned Gen 9 yet. What do I think about that? I really like the designs from Paldea. Yeah, I do really like them. I think there's some cracking ones in there. And again, it helps that I think Paldea doesn't have this massive dex from what I remember. But I mean, there's quite a few Pokemon in there that I really adore. Daxbun and Fido, I really love them. I think designs like Bombardier, Wugtrio, they're very cool. Flamigo. All of the Treasures of Ruin, both of the legendaries look great. Do you know what I mean? So there's yeah, it's there are a lot of really good designs in there. I feel like maybe when I complete the Pokédex, I'll get better at remembering all of them. I feel like Scarlet and Violet are still quite new games, aren't they? You know, all in all. And I've only completed them like twice, I think. So for me, there's still a lot of the designs are still not like fresh in my memory, but they're definitely, I need time to remember them all and things like that. But whenever I do see the designs, I'm like, oh yeah, all of these are great. Armarouge, Ceruledge, both of them are cracking. I really like Meowscarada and Skeledirge. I don't like Quaquaval, but that's fine. That's just, again, maybe just subjective. Yeah. Oh, and it gave us things like Farigiraf, Dunsparce, Clodsire. You guys have a spot on. Clodsire's great. So yeah, I think all in all, Paldea's designs are a win, for sure. No, Amelia, Bucky's not. Bucky's been quiet. You not heard him? 100%. Conrad says, oh, a Machop. Oh wait, that's a Timber. Yes. It's funny, isn't it? They definitely tried with Black and White to go, we're not going to include any of the old Pokemon, but here's some Pokemon that look exactly like the ones that you love. Yeah, they definitely did that. So it's this Sword and Shield on Switch 2 just loads a ton faster. There you go. There you go. I thought it would be something like that. I mean, I know BDSP loads considerably faster. I didn't notice it at first, but now that people have sort of drawn my attention to it, I feel like I have noticed. But yeah. No? Level Up says, app. You downloaded a very cool Pokemon fan game where instead of writing gym leaders, you are the gym leader. It has a really good story. Oh, cool. Cool. I've never heard of that one, but enjoy. Right, I'm gonna have a check of how many eggs I've got now, because we are getting. I mean, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. We're nearly at 8 PM. So we've got 20 there and 25 from what I'm hatching here. So that's 1,005, 1,035, 1,065, 1,095. Okay, so we could get to like 1,100. I reckon what we're going to do is we're going to collect eggs until 8 PM. And then I think at that point it's probably time to go to Jubilife and just start hatching them. Because we can usually hatch about 15 an hour. And we've got just like 120-ish eggs, something like that, maybe 130 eggs. So that would take us about 2.5 hours to hatch all of them, so that would be till about 10:30. So I think collect for just a little bit longer. We've actually collected quite a lot on stream. I'm kind of surprised. We've collected more than we've hatched, which is good. So there you go. Yeah, we'll go to Jubilife in a bit, and then that'll speed things up a little bit. Even if, you know, we still don't get to hatch too many more. It's all good level ups, it's all good. So says, I don't like playing ROM hacks of Pokemon, you like the real deal more. Me too. You know, there's a reason I play everything on a legitimate cartridge. I just kind of... That's what I like doing. Not really for me. And I've had people ask me in the past, like, can I do it? And I'm just like, nah. And I never will. Like, I never ever will get into it. Even if I ran out of ideas for my current channel, which I don't think would ever happen because Pokemon is pretty much infinitely replayable, I wouldn't turn to it. I'd rather stop the channel than do that. Level Up says, is this over odds? Yeah. It's quite a bit over odds, actually. This egg is 300 eggs over odds. It's 1 in 683, and we are 300 past that. So, so yeah, we're halfway to the next lot of odds, pretty much. So yeah. Oh, I see. Level Up, you speak into the mic. It's like speech to text converter. Got you. Oh, Jake. Evening, dude. How are you doing? No, don't apologise. Do not apologise. I hope you've had a nice day. Everything's well here, thank you. No SHINY Swinub. But, everything's good, other than that, you know. Oh, it really is being a pest, isn't it? It really is. Ah, it just doesn't want to hatch. Wild. It's going to be interesting, because I might have a bit of time tomorrow and Sunday to do some hatching or collecting or whatever, so I really don't want to get this off stream, but at the same time, there is a chance that I do. I guess we'll see. Oh, Jake, no, not Jake, sorry, Scoobs thinks it'll be 999 when Swinub will shine. Well, it better have be, or I'll be dialing 999 for an emergency. And they'll tell me that I'm breaking the law, probably. So I won't do that. But it is kind of an emergency at this point. It's been a long time. The thing is we've said this before, Masuda, I don't really... Look, I've been very lucky in this run, so I can't complain. I'm not complaining. But it is funny with Masuda, because Masuda is meant to be faster. When it's not faster, it's really slow. That's the problem, is it's not that... It's not that I'm bothered about going over odds, it's more that Masuda is just particularly... I don't even want to say tedious, but it's just not the method, really. It's not the best method. So every time I start Masuda, it's like, oh, let's hope that it's a quick one. And then when it's not a quick one, it's like, oh god. It would have been really nice to get it tonight as well, because like I say, I've got a bit of time tomorrow, I've got a bit of time Sunday. I would have been able to beat the gyms and get ready for our streams next week, but as it stands, that's not looking too likely. Right, let me have a look at my boxes, and then we'll... Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, I didn't replace. Oh. That's not good. Well, right, I'll collect 2 more... No. Let's just go to Jubilife. Come on, let's just go. That'll speed things up a bit. I think. Welcome back, Ham. How was your walk? It feels like you've just gone, so... But it must have been a while. Calmarice says, Swinub said, you mentioned you got plans? Nope. Actually, these instead. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. I spoke it into existence, I suppose. It's my own fault. I don't know. Just the thing is, I don't know when I'm streaming next week. And I think the week after that I have 2 days off. So I'm probably going to stream quite a lot the week after that. Because I have a feeling as well that my wife's in work quite a bit that week, so I think it's going to be like a real... I might stream like 5 or 6 times, so it would have been really good to get this one done so we could go on to the next one, and then, you know, we'd be really close, but alas, we're not quite there. I suppose we've still got a bit of time tonight though, we've still got a couple of hours, so there is time. Good, Ham, it was all good, and you don't usually go for long walks in the evening, especially not in this heat. I mean, yeah, it's not good for your dog, is it, as well? That's the thing. And, but I suppose what is good for you is, if your new cooler is working really well, you probably don't have to, you know, like, you're probably not feeling as hot when you do go out on the walk, which is nice. No problems, Level Ups, thank you very much for joining. It's been good to have you. And enjoy the rest of your evening, dude. I'm still using my fan. It's not even that hot in the UK now. It's not been too bad, but I am under the streaming light, and I have got my computer and stuff on, so it's worth it to use just a little bit. Oh, Snowlad, you decided to scrap the Let's Go video altogether to maybe come up with something cooler instead. What are you thinking? Oops. I collected these eggs at the same at different times, unfortunately. So we'll have to just get through this one, and then we'll have 5 to go all at once. I think that's, to be fair, probably a good decision, because the Let's Go video would have been awesome, and I think it's something that you could definitely do if you know, if you set aside like a full year. But I think you've got to really set aside a full year. Like, I don't think it's one that you can do very quickly, is it? 100% Ham, 100%. They've got to come first, haven't they? Riri says, any luck yet? Well, welcome back, Riri. No luck yet. No luck yet. Still going. It's been a real swine up. You think you traumatized Crow? Oh God. How? Not sure yet, Snowland, but after getting a whopping 2 shinies and a total 60 hours of gameplay, it was too much. Yeah, that is crazy. That is a bit too much. Jeez. Yeah. That's it. Like I said, the Let's Go one, it would be great. It would be great, but it's a big undertaking. I think, for me, stuff like that I look at and I went, right, Johnston did that, and Johnston does this full time. So if it took him months to do it full time, it's gonna take me at least a year. Scoops, you're away when it was hot in the UK, went to Australia for family, so the heat... Oh yeah, because of course Australia's like sort of going through winter, right? Is that right? I remember a couple of people saying that on stream, and I was like, what? Riri, you made them watch a horror Minecraft thing called The Broken Script, and it's a mod with loads of jump scares and can hack your computer. Oh God! That doesn't sound nice. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be involved with that. I will pass, thank you. Snow says, maybe I'll do a Dream Team badge quest instead on Let's Go. Well, that's something that I've been thinking of for Arceus, isn't it? Because I was going to originally do... I was originally going to do full odds only shinies on Legends Arceus, and that might be nice to do, but I don't really fancy it. I kind of want to just go back to Arceus and have fun. So yeah. Scoop says it is winter though. That's wild, that to me. I just don't. I always think of Australia as being so hot. So that especially like around this time of year it is. I always just think of it as being really hot still. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm tired today, guys. I'm sorry. Really tired. Can't tell you how busy work is right now. Ah. Oh. And Swinub won't shine. It's good fun to watch others screaming at. If you ever do YouTube, you will play the broken script. I will pass. For sure. Oh, Calamaris, don't say yawn. You're gonna make me yawn again. That's like, do you know what I can picture can anybody picture the noise that yawn makes when a Pokemon does the move? That's the noise that's playing in my head. Scoop says it was very rainy down there, so happy to be back in the UK. Nice. It's calmed down in the UK now as well, hasn't it? Like, it's not as hot anymore. It was really hot recently. It was unbearably hot. But hopefully now we just get the rest of summer just kind of be like, yeah, it's warm, but it's not horrible. Snarl says, come on, Swinub. I love that. Swinub. Please. Please, please, please. Well, I mean, it's going to be fun in a sense to see the counter tick over to 1,000 for Masuda, because I've never seen that before. But I don't really want to see it. I mean, it's kind of... look, I know we're still nowhere near Kabuto, but it is kind of wild, isn't it, to look at Kabuto's 1,800, which was full odds, and be like, we're not too far away. You know, if this keeps up, we really will not be too far away. So we'll see. The only thing that truly terrifies Wayfarer is the words Motorstoke and Vulpix. Yeah. Yeah. I do think that I've got another one of those coming at some point. It's going to happen, isn't it? It is going to happen. Motorstoke 2 incoming. It could be. If it is Motorstoke 2, I'm not... obviously it's better because it's Masuda, but oh my god, that would be 3,600 eggs. I'm not really looking forward to that. I don't want that. It'll be 999. Oh well, you'll get to see these guesses. They're coming up soon. 999, 1,000. Jake says, I love how we've had a few hot days in the UK, so then we had a hosepipe ban, and since then it's rained most days. Yeah, literally. We're not really cut out for the weather in the UK, are we? I feel like we never predict it properly. Then when it's here, we don't deal with it very well. Yeah. Calamari remembers reaching the 4,096th egg for Sobble and your heart sank. You'll get it soon. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I mean, I'd certainly hope so, and you would certainly think so. I did have a little look yesterday using the odds calculator that you can like look at online. I think 1,000 is... in fact, I'm going to get it up. I think 1,000 is like a 77% chance or something. Let me... Shiny... Oh, hang on. Shiny odds calculator. Oh, also, by the way, I did get the Pro Controller. It's arrived. I've just not used it yet. So there you go. So 1 in 683, and I have had 985 encounters, which is a 76% chance of finding the shiny. Now, my prediction was 1,500, so At 1,500 it would be an 88% chance, which is much better. So there you go. Oh! That's a great username, that, isn't it? Whoever's just subbed. Scoob says the houses are built to keep heat in. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It's great in winter, it's awful in summer. Awful in summer, and we just don't really have aircon, do we? So there you go. Ham says we should really not complain. No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. I definitely shouldn't. I've been very lucky this run. What's the app called? It's just I think the one I use is like a website. I don't use an app. I just use a website. So just type in like Shiny Odds Calculator and just. I can't recommend one. I just click on a random one. As there's Jake's old motto, it only takes one encounter. I was telling people about that before, Jake. I was saying, you know, it's going on for a while, but as Jake always says, it only takes one. Or 20,000 plus, like Calamari says. Glad you like the new Pro controller. It's pretty cool, isn't it? It is pretty cool. I feel like I needed it just because my controls aren't always charging very well, and I feel like there's going to come a day where I go to log on to stream and I'm like, oh my god, I've got no charge. What do I do? So I've got the Pro controller for that reason, and I've bought a few Pokemon cards as well that are on the way. Right, here we go. Final 5 before 1,000. Am I finally going to get lucky? Calamari is right, I have been very lucky with the other full odds, very lucky. And at the end of the day, would I rather be lucky on the full odds than the Masuda? Yeah. Yeah. But it is just funny, time-wise, depending on... This is what I was saying before. If Masuda is quick, it's great. When Masuda is not fast, it becomes very slow. And I know that's very obvious what I'm saying, but the point that I'm making is that this shiny hunt now, I bet we've streamed for / spent as much time on unknown. And when you look at how many encounters we got in there, it's kind of bizarre. But this is the thing, it becomes... Masuda's only really great if you get it straight away. You know, if you get it within those first few hundred encounters. Here's 999. Oof. Okay, Ham. Pretty good, 86.9, so you get in there. You get in there. And here is the number 1000. The lucky number, hopefully. Nah, of course it's not. Of course it's not a lucky number 1000. Time to call. I did say that I was going to do that. I did. I have decided not to. Welcome to the 1K Club. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm here. I'm here. It does not feel great to be here. I'm going to be honest with you. I would rather not be part of this club. Have I swapped the eggs out? Yes, I have. Oh my god. If you put a Roomba on the screen layout, it will shine in the next 100 eggs, trust. Well, give me 2 seconds. Let me find a lovely picture of a Roomba. Just 2 moments. I'm just gonna find a good one. I'm gonna find a good picture. Just getting it ready. Just getting it ready. I mean, this is going to look so ridiculous to anybody who's not watching the stream. Let's download him. There's your Roomba. It's there. There's the Roomba. They look like brothers. Don't they? I can't it doesn't look right. When I put it under the Swinub, it doesn't look right. I've had to put it side by side. But I think it kind of suits. I think they look like the Roomba looks like it's just chilling in the wild with the Swinub. There they are in the natural habitat. I can't name it Roomba, I can't. I would love to, but I can't. I can't break the theme. Oh, sorry, did I just put another swine? You're right, I did, didn't I? That's a Swinub. Oh. No, that's not the lake theme, that's Jubilife, isn't it? I don't even think I'm going to explain that, you know. I'm not going to say anything on the video. I'm literally just going to leave that. I'm just going to leave it in. Like that. And I'm just going to let people draw their own conclusions. And it'll be so hilarious. If I don't even know if anyone will pick up on it. But if someone does... Because what I'll probably do is I'll put a clip in of, like... what it looked like when we were at, like, 600 eggs, and it'll just be the Swinub, and then when we actually get the shiny, there'll just be this random Roomba there. And I don't even know if people will know what that is. I don't know if people will look at that and go, that's a Roomba. I think people might think that's like a Frisbee or something. Scoops, this is a new form in ZA. For, like, hoovering the streets of Lumiose. I love it. And here we see a pack of wild Swinub, and wait, The elusive wild Roomba has been spotted among them. How exquisite! Shh, we don't want to disturb them. Every 500 eggs you gotta add another Roomba. Okay. I'll take that bet. What do you mean? I only see 2 Swinubs. Look at him. So cute. Not bad. That wasn't a bad David Attenborough, was it? That was my own version. This will be really hilarious if we get the shiny this evening after having put that Roomba on. Genuinely. Put the Roomba in a Swinub onesie. Listen, I don't know if you guys know the extent of my my photo editing skills, but they're not that good. That Roomba is a downloadable on Canva, because I don't use Photoshop because I'm not good enough to use Photoshop, so I use Canva. And Canva's very good, to be fair, but it's you can only do so much. Like, my overlays are pretty much pushing the limit of what you can do, I think. I don't think I can do any more, you know, than what I'm doing. Yeah, like the Eevees wearing those evolution ponchos. I have seen other things like that. I've seen, like the starters with the final evolution as well. Like Charmander with the Charizard hoodie and stuff. It's the lake theme, is it? I can't hear it. Let me turn it up. Oh yes, spot on, it is the lake theme. Maybe that's why I couldn't hear it. Because it was a bit quieter than usual. Oh nice, it's back. Yeah, when I looked at this, it was saying that it was something to do with the rival being up here. Like it misreading your game or something, and that's why the lake theme starts playing. Riri says, can I draw? No, I also can't draw. I honestly am quite shocked that I've made it this far on YouTube. Because I can't draw. I can't really edit photos. I'm not the best with technology. But somehow, I've muddled my way through. Oh, it's nice that the lake theme's playing. Oh, you got frozen yogurt. I don't know if I've ever had frozen yogurt, you know. Ever. Jake says, what do you guys think of the raids in SV for the Shiny, Wo-Chien and others? 1 million seems like a lot. Do you know, it does seem like a lot, but what I'll say is, Jake, is they did this with Zeraora years ago, and I got a Shiny Zeraora. I've still got it from doing like millions of Dynamax raids in Sword and Shield. I am of the opinion that I think we'll easily do 1 million. I really do easily. I think we'll easily do it. Because even if 1 million players do one each, that's it, isn't it? But on top of that, I'm of the opinion that if we don't beat it a million times, I think they will artificially inflate the numbers. Because I think two things: they don't want people to be disheartened and not join in on events like this again. So it's like a win-win, isn't it? For them, they get more engagement from people through this. If people feel like they're not going to beat the event, they just won't bother. And second of all, I think it makes them look quite bad if they've got such an inactive player base that they can't even beat a million raids. It does seem like a lot, but when you think of how many players will be online doing this, because there'll be so many people who, even if you're not playing Scarlet and Violet at the moment, you'll want the shiny versions. So I think they will. I think we'll be all right. Not to mention I drown my prawn plants every hour. Exactly. There you go. There's another reason. Haven't got that Zeraora, but you missed out on everything else. Yeah, I missed out on a lot. I got shiny Galarian Moltres, but I missed out on the other two birds. I missed out on all the mythicals like Volcanion, Marshadow, Zarude. I missed out on shiny Zacian, Zamazenta, Eternatus. It's so annoying. I'm still really mad at myself for that. But I got Zeraora, so that's something. Oh, Scoobs, congrats on your shiny Pidgey in Let's Go, very nice. And no, Snowlad, BP's not told me when he wants to. To be honest, I think we're going to struggle to play it. I'm going to be brutally honest. Because I think the time zones are so vastly different between the three of us. Can I just say, I think BP thought you were English. So I think he thought that there was only England and Australia's time zones to get between, but now there's three. And I know, like, I really wanted to watch BP stream. It's not his fault. It's just like me. He'll be middle of the night when I'm streaming, but I really wanted to watch his streams, but they've been scheduled for like 3 AM and I'm like asleep. I'm like getting ready for, you know, I'm asleep because I'm going to work the day after. So I think we may struggle to play Peak. Maybe one day, but I don't feel like it's going to be soon. But we'll see. Cog says, you got this, man. I'm gonna hope we get the shinies we're hatching for today. Thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate that. It's a nice little boost for me. I did put the eggs in. Amelia says, do you think Eternatus flies? Definitely. Definitely. From the anime, it flies quite a lot. Oh, nice, Scoobs. You just started a casual playthrough and you got that shiny Pidgey. That's brilliant. Congrats. That's awesome. It's always nice when you get a random shiny. I don't very often get random shinies, but when you do, it's like, oh, very nice. Levin, you was able to transfer 160 Pokemon to your sword copy for the Pokédex. Very nice. That's pretty good. I would always recommend bringing Pokemon in from home, because I know you can get the rewards. You can get like Keldeo and Manaphy and stuff. They are good to go for, but for me personally, if you just want to get the shiny charm quite quickly, transferring's good. Jake saying 1,479 eggs. Don't know why that number rings a bell. That's weird, because it rings a bell to me as well. I wonder why. I know Calamari's guessed 1479 as well. It could be 1479. I said 1500. That's very close. I swear to God, if we get this in 1,479 eggs exactly, I am gonna lose it. I'm gonna really lose it. Riri has consumed the frozen yogurt and surpassed the mortal plane. Damn. I think there might have been a little bit more in there than frozen yogurt. A little something else. A lot of people guessing 1479. A lot of people. It's gonna be funny, really, because like in like 5 years' time, I'll still be using 11447799 as like a password for like Pokemon, and my audience then will be like, some of you might still be here, some of you might not, like you might not all be here, and people will not have a clue. But I'll remember. I remember. Ham doesn't want that because you want more Roombas. That's fair. We all want more Roombas, but we don't always get more Roombas. If it's 1479, buy a base set pack of Pokemon cards. How much is a base set pack? I've got to imagine that's a ridiculous amount of money. Maybe Scoobs, maybe. That sounds good, Amelia. That does sound really good, actually. No, I'm not assuming you've all died. But 5 years, guys, is a long time. I mean, I might not be making videos in 5 years, but if I am making videos in 5 years, I've got to imagine... Oh! Yes! Nice! Okay, we got the Roomba. No more. Oh my god. Wait, well, it's gone now. I've already clicked off screen. But because I got so excited, I got too excited. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think that that one really shocked me, because I wasn't... It's gone on for... I mean, listen, it's Masuda, so obviously we all know that it can still go on for quite a long time, and even this, it hasn't been forever. It's obviously not been another Motorstoke, but I think that one particularly shocked me because I was not expecting to get it tonight. I think I'd fully boxed it off in my head as, we're not finding this tonight. So I really, really was shocked then. Oh my god. Great shiny though. Great shiny. It's mild, which I think is plus defense, right? Oh no, it's... Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, but it's still... Here's the thing. Even if that's not a good nature, I don't think it will matter too much. At least its attack stat hasn't been decreased, and its speed stat hasn't been decreased. So I can probably work with this. Let's have a little look at Swinub's abilities and stuff, so we can see what, you know, what we're going to end up with. But thank you very much, guys. Nice to share it with you all. Again, even if I was a little bit, like too stunned by that one. Oh my god. I feel like most of the other ones I've kept my composure a little bit, but I think I lost myself a little bit then. Not even in the fact that I went mad. I think I just, like, I almost didn't know what to say. Because I'd just fully, like I say, I'd fully boxed it off, as though I wasn't going to get it tonight. So let's have a look at Swinub's abilities. So, it could have either had Snow Cloak or Oblivious. Oblivious would have probably been better, because it can't be... Nothing can use Attract on it, it can't be intimidated, it can't be taunted. Snowcloak doesn't really do all that much for me, but let's have a look at what Piloswine gets. Piloswine also gets the same too. And so does Mamoswine, so Snowcloak is what it's gonna have as a Mamoswine. That might not be the worst. I mean, like I say, Oblivious would be better. But I don't think Snowcloak is the worst if I can... If I do have an instance, maybe later on in the game, where I can set up Hail with another Pokemon, and then I can bring Mamoswine in, and it can just maybe dodge an attack or two, that might be really useful, especially when you think of things like, you know, Garchomp. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Now, what we're going to do is immediately save. 1014 eggs. Ham, it looks like your Roomba was the good luck charm we needed. Roomba charm. I'm going to put it with my other shinies so we can see it in the box when we get to home. Oh, look at that. We've got 5 now. Let's have a little look through them. Got Aerodactyl, Unknown, Kabuto, Arbok, and now Swinub. So cute! So cute. Welcome in, Sam. Good to see you. And Anna as well. Exactly, yeah. Over Masuda odds, but a quarter of full odds is still pretty decent. Exactly. Do you know what? I'm happy with that. I think 1500 would have been kind of crazy. But I think I'm happy with that. I'd already saved Snorlax. I saved before I put it in the box. I saved and then I moved it from here across to this box. So don't worry, we're all good. I think Bucky has come in as well. How many eggs are left? Not too many, really. I think I've got 25 there, 55, 85, about 100. So it's like I'll just not hatch them. That's fine. That's really good for me. I've not got too many clogging up the boxes. Bucky, do you want to come up here and see your new brother? Come on. Come here. Where are you? Come here. Hey. Oh. Look, it's your brother. Can you see him? You can, can't you? What do you think of him? Oh, her even. Oops, sister. I didn't see the gender. I mean, what do you think of your new sister? Hello? Oh, he yawned. That probably means... boring. Boring. You okay? Good to see ya. So yeah, all good stuff. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and check its IVs before we do anything else, because I really want to see what its IVs are like. It's going to be interesting. I did see it had an attack stat of 6, not 5, like the decreased stats. So maybe that means... I don't know, maybe that means... it's alright? I don't know. Let's have a little look. So, here she is. A little bit nervous. Oh, why did the best have to be special attack? I swear I've been, like, quite unlucky with with these, right? I just want you to see this, because it's not just Swinub. Aerodactyl, I got a modest nature with special attack being its best stat, and then attack being pretty good and getting a decrease, which was just awful. Unknown doesn't really matter, but its attack stat got boosted instead of its special attack or instead of its defense, so, and it was no good, so that's terrible. I did get quite lucky with Kabuto, to be fair, so that's good. I'm alright with Kabuto. Arbok, didn't really matter either way, they were all kind of average. Swinub, yeah, that's not brilliant. But I think, as long as I EV train and stuff, it shouldn't matter too much, right? So, we shall see. Yeah. So we'll exit without saving changes because we've not made any changes. Oh, Unknown is totally the cheerleader of the squad. I love that comparison. 100%. Unknown. Although, I will say, right, Unknown actually ended up saving me against Wake, because when his Quagsire came out, I'd planned for Kabuto to beat it by using Absorb. And Kabuto wouldn't listen to me because its obedience mechanic kicked in again. It got to level 31 and it just wouldn't listen. So it didn't get off a single attack. And Unknown beat Quagsire. Unknown and Hidden Power wasn't even super effective. It's not grass. It just beat Quagsire. I don't know how. It outlasted the thing. So Unknown actually kind of saved me because I only had Arbok left in the party, and Arbok, as you'll be able to see in a second, its only attacking move was Thunderfang, so it wouldn't have worked against Quagsire. So, pretty crazy, but there you go. Right, let's put our shinies in the party. We're finally getting towards that full team. And we've got two things left to do this evening before the end of stream. One is to go and give Swinub a nickname, which I'm going to do now. It's Herna. Now, Swinub's female. So I need to think of a female Legends Arceus character that suits. Let's have a little look. Has anybody got any female Legends Arceus character names? Irida's pretty good. Akari's a good suggestion, but Irida would be really good because the Pearl Clan live in, like, the Alabaster Icelands, don't they? They are kind of... They're right in the snow and all the rest of it. So I think that maybe Irida. We've also got Arazu, Kagita, but I don't think Kagita suits. We've got Polina. We've already used Calaba. Akari was another one, yeah. The girl that gives you Bravia, I think is like... Is it... Oh, what is it? It's like Sabi or something. Sabi. I'm kind of leaning towards Irida. if I'm being honest. Just having another little look through just to make sure. Yeah, I was right. It's Sabby. Sabby's do you know what? Sabby's a good shout as well. And also, can I just agree with Ham? This song is a banger. I love this. I love this theme. Oh, I've got another really good one. Zissou. Does anybody remember Zissou? She was kind of like the move tutor. But I think that could also suit, because she was kind of like the captain of the security corps. So it's between Irida, Zissou, and Sabby. I'm going to do a little bit of a poll, and then I'm going to go and let Bucky out, because he seems to be just sort of... Stop, wait a second. Getting very rambunctious. Got to do the poll first, young man. What nickname should Swinub have? We'll go Irida, Zissou, Sabby, or someone said Clover. Poll is starting now. When I get back, we'll see how it goes, and then yeah, we'll do the nickname, and then we'll do the randomizer. I'll be right back, guys. Right guys, I'm back. So, let's have a little look at the poll. 16 votes. It seems like Irida has just about won it out. So, Irida it is. And I'm going to end the poll. Irida. There we go. Very cool. Oh, I missed Pugs going. Sorry, Pugs. Uriel, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Oh, and Riri, I missed Riri going. And Jensen coming in, and Furret coming in. Welcome to everyone who's not been here, and goodbye to everybody who's gone. I'm so sorry I missed you all, but yeah, I'm back now. So Irida is going to be our nickname, according to the chat, and I quite like that. You know, with Irida and the Pearl clan residing in the Alabaster Icelands, it kind of feels fitting. So there you go. There she is, Irida, our shiny Swinub. After 1,014 eggs, you know. I mean, it's a funny one, really, isn't it, Masuda? It obviously came... If this had been a full-odd shiny hunt, and it had gone this far over odds, like almost 2 times over odds, we'd be at like 7,000 encounters. So I can't really complain, but at the same time, it's nice to finally get it, because Masuda is quite tedious. You know, it is a little bit much. But the next time you see Irida will be on the next stream, which will be next week, and she will be a Mamoswine, because we can evolve her, I think, before the next gym, which is against Fantina, which is really good news for me, really good news. So there you go. Let me just go back a little bit. I can see Matt says BP uploaded, should check that out, may have shouted you out. Oh, nice. I did see that BP had uploaded, but I just didn't get a chance to look after work. So I'll probably watch it after I finish this stream, because then we can, you know, I'll have a bit of time to wind down tonight. Now that I've finally got the shiny, I won't have to, you know, there's not really anything else to do on today's stream. So other than the randomizer, we are gonna, oh, excuse me, hiccuping. We are gonna run the randomizer in a second. But there you go. Anyway, Irida is the name. And yeah. Yes, of course I can show you what the following animation is like. Let me get that up. We usually do that, to be fair, but I feel like today I've just... The shiny appearance has kind of thrown me off a little bit, because I just wasn't expecting it at all. Oh, Irida's a real Roomba. Look at that. That is peak Roomba. Would you agree? That is peak Roomba. That's funny. Peak Roomba behaviour. Well, there you go. But can I just say, if BP shouted me out, oh my god, I'm going to be absolutely ecstatic. That's so kind. Anna says you got a watermelon following you. Yeah. Irida looks very sleepy. She's going to fit right in on this team. Right, so now that that's done, let's get the randomizer sorted. Tell you what I'll do. I'll be 2 seconds. I'm going to go on the waiting screen, but it will not be. I'll not be long, and then we'll do the randomizer, and you will all see what the next shiny hunt will be. Now, I did. In fact, no. I'll tell you this in a second. I'll be 1 minute. Right, guys, I'm back. Hopefully you can all see the randomizer. Please let me know if you can. And please let me know if you're all ready. I've just got a bit of explaining to do before that. So, I did kind of decide that for the last two shiny hunts for this run, it depends on what comes up on the randomizer now, basically. If we get a fossil now, I probably will just do another randomizer for like another Masuda hunt on the next for the seventh shiny hunt. But if we get another Masuda again now, which the likelihood is we will, because there's only 5 fossils and there's like 22 other Pokemon, I will probably do a fossil hunt for the 7th shiny hunt. So we'll do a randomizer between the 5 fossils that are left. But we'll just exchange fossils at the museum between the 5, and whichever one we get, we get. And then for the final one, I've picked out a list of favourites, which I will read to you after this. But they're not like overpowered. They're not like Dragonite, Salamence. They're more like I think there's like Lapras, Victreebel, Meganium for Alligator, Aggron, Tropius, Relicanth, Yanmega. I think those are the favourites that I've picked out. So they're not like overpowered. They're just something for me to get a little bit of like to have a nice shiny hunt to end with. Do you know what I mean? So guys, can you see the randomizer? Is everyone happy with the randomizer? Everyone ready? Yeah? Excellent. Here we go. To be honest, I would out of this, I'm really looking for a fossil, Meganium, Aggron for Alligator, Tropius. I don't want to see Gastrodon, really, or Macago, or Carnivine, because I need a good Pokemon. And I also need... I also want like one of my favourites to appear. So... cross your fingers. Oh, yes! Tropius! I just said, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Oh, nice. Tropius, there we go. Now here's the thing. Tropius isn't a very good Pokemon in terms of its stats, but I just don't care. I feel like I can use it, so it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's not a great not whether it's a great Pokemon or not. I am happy with that. I'm damn happy with that. Yes, I've wanted Tropius all along. My list of favourites. I'll read this out to you, because this will mean our last 2 shiny hunts will be what I said before. Let me go back to the live stream and then I'll read them out to you. So, I've wrote in my document, if we were to split the last 2 shiny hunts out, the fossils, we've got Omastar, Credilli, Armaldo, Rampardos, and Bastiodon. So it would be, we just hand in 5 of each of those fossils, and whichever one we get, we get. My favourites list for the final shiny hunt would be a randomizer between Meganium, Feraligatr, Aggron, Tropius, but it won't be Tropius now because we've got Tropius, Yanmega, Lapras, and then I did add Credilli and Rampardos on there, but I think I'm going to take them off because they'll be on the fossils. So there you go. Oh, Tropius, nice. That's damn good. Damn good. Oh, I like that. For it says, I feel like Volo fits as a nickname for Tropius because he's a merchant, and I can imagine Tropius selling his bananas. I might go with Volo. That's a good shout. A sauropod's really cool to have in this run, yeah, it is. And it's our first, like, real dinosaur, I would say. You know, we've not really had one yet, so that's great. Calamari, no problem, no problem. Thank you very much for being around, and I'll see you soon. Ariel says, is there a legit way to get Chikorita this early? No, is the simple answer. I would just catch a Chikorita in my Brilliant Diamond copy, I'd trade it over, I'd breed it. That's pretty much it. But that's the whole point of this run, is I can use whatever, as long as it comes up on the randomizer. There's no legitimate way to get Ekans this early in the run, but I've done that. There wasn't a legitimate way to get Kabuto or Aerodactyl either, because they're only available to dig in the Grand Underground for after the 7th... No. After you beat Cyrus at the Spear Pillar. I'm sure that's the point at which they start spawning in. So yeah, so really, Unknown and Swinub are the only two that have been, like, you could actually get them in this game, but there you go, that's been the whole point. Oh, I don't know what it is, Shadow, but what I do know is it's shared between Eterna and Silesium. They both share this track. So if you want to know what it is, type in what is the track that is for both. Fraud Furrer. Oh my god, totally. But listen, look at this Roomba. Okay? Look at the little hop that it did. I'll be a fraud for Irida. I think that's going to do it for tonight, guys. I don't think there's anything else that I can really do. It's just really nice to get the shiny, isn't it? Really nice to get the shiny. I'm made up. I did not think we were going to get it tonight. And I think that's part, like, again, I just think that's why my reaction was very different this time. Because I did the, oh, but then I got so flustered and I moved on because I just was so shocked, genuinely shocked. It's funny how you get into your own head with shiny hunts, because sometimes I am very guilty of saying to myself, oh, this will only appear after like 1,500 encounters. Oh, this will be way over odds, this one, I know it will be. And then when it actually appears, because I've like convinced myself that it's not going to appear tonight, I really shocked myself. Anyway, there you go, we got it. So there you go. Ham says Mario Kart. I'm going to be honest, I would love to, but also I would love to go and have a bit of a chill and watch BP's video. You know, I was going to end at 10 PM anyway. It's 9:05, so we'll have 10 minutes of chatting and doing whatever, but we're going to end a little bit earlier tonight, I think, rather than do something else. But we can chill for 10 minutes, and we can have a little chat. If anybody wants to stay until about 1:15. I'll put the... I don't think my room's too messy. Not too messy. There you go. We can chill for a little bit. Jake says, good place to leave it today. Yeah, I think so. I think if I hadn't obviously found the shiny, I would have carried on for a little bit longer, but I think we've done everything we need to do. So may as well, hadn't I? Jensen says, when did we get the shiny? Probably about half an hour, 40 minutes ago now. It still wasn't too long ago. Congrats on finding your shiny Quaxley in 11 eggs. Very nice. Very nice. Possible to have the music in the background. I mean, I can do, but I'd have to go off big webcam, and I thought you all liked looking at the setup. And I haven't got any of my own music, unfortunately. Gengar shirt. It is a Gengar shirt. There you go. Very cool. I got this off ASOS of all places. You wouldn't think ASOS would sell like decent Pokemon clothing. Matt says, think you're gonna like the BP vid. Oh, if he shouted me out, honestly, I'm gonna be so I'm gonna be so happy. It's funny with BP because I think I'd really get on with him in real life. It's a shame that he lives in Australia. Do you know what I mean? Because like Snorlab was saying before, when are we going to play Peak together? And I really want to play that Peak with him and Snorlad. But just because we're all in like such different time zones, I feel like we're gonna struggle. But we'll see. But he's very nice, isn't he? It's very nice if he has given me a shout out because I wouldn't have expected that. Especially, like I know I've got a few subscribers, but BP's got a lot of subscribers, hasn't he? So I think like for him to shout, if he has shouted me out, for him to do that is very very nice because that's not something that I would expect ordinarily. For it remembers the good old days and the Dynamax adventures. Me too. Did I see the new trading card game Pocket Ho-Oh and Lugia boosters? There's a trailer. I did. I didn't see the trailer, but I've seen them announced. Isn't it like something of the sea and sky or something like that? For its. Wait, I'm confused. What's for it? What's for it talking about? Who we hunting next, Jensen? I just did the randomizer. It's Tropius. Very good one. Very good one. So yeah. What is everyone's quickest shiny from eggs? Yours is Mudkip with 3 eggs in Scarlet Violet. Ooh. I think mine's Hornedge in 121, which is still pretty fast. Still pretty fast. I was telling people before on stream, I don't not everyone who's here now will have been around earlier, but I've managed to get my hands on a few real cards. I managed to Sorry, I managed to get off of eBay of all places an elite trainer box from both from Black Bolt and White Fleur, Destined Rivals, and a base Scarlet one as well. And I've still got that Terrapago CX box on this side that I've not opened. That's still sealed. The Prismatic Evo wasn't sealed. We did that one, didn't we? That was rubbish as well. That Prismatic Evo. I got like barely anything in it. I feel like the drop rates on that weren't very good. Oh, I did for a couple of you who were into your cards. I was showing people the other day, but I feel like I didn't get a chance to show people like properly. I did manage to pull a very very nice card out of I had a few black bolts like booster packs. And I managed to pull this really nice card. It seems to be worth like at least a little bit. Whimsicott. Oh, very nice. Look at that. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Managed to get that. I feel like I managed to get something else as well. Oh, it was a Reshiram, wasn't it? I think I posted both of those in Discord. So very, very nice. And then I've just kind of, because I got the binder, it was out of a binder pack, so I got 5 boosters with this, and then I've put all my favourite full arts on the first page that I've started collecting this year. So I've got like a full Terrapagos and an Yveltal. That's Hoothoot, Mudsdale, Rookidee. This is a Bulbasaur. Then it's Whimsicott, uh, Vanillish, I think, and Mantike. Look at them. Some really nice cards there. Really nice cards. I think they're like my absolute cream of the crop. I have got some other good ones, but I just don't think these are more full art EXs and stuff. But I just think that the oh, there is a Swinub actually there. Can you see it? There's a Roomba. Roomba. So yeah, I'm slowly building my card collection up. It was looking a bit dodgy there for a little while. It was looking like I'd never be able to get a hold of any cards, but eBay has somewhat saved me. I mean, even though I've had to pay a little bit extra for them, not terribly extra, which is good. So yeah, what's everybody else doing with their night? What are you all doing after this stream ends? I know a few of you said you were going to go and watch the BP video. Very nice. Anybody doing anything else? I'm still in work tomorrow, so even though I'm working from home, I'm still in work technically. So I'll probably watch BP and then I'll fall asleep. Oh, nice, Matt. You got an ad that there's a card thing in Bristol this weekend, so you might go and check it out on your spare day. Very, very cool. That sounds awesome, to be fair. You'll have to let us know if you managed to get any cards or anything. Post them in the Discord. I'd love to see if you get any. Ham asks if I got any Jurassic merchandise. You remember I had something. I did, but it's downstairs in a box somewhere. I had some T-Rex thing, but I don't think it was Jurassic. I think it was just a T-Rex. I'll be honest, they're all being given away anyway. I think I'm going to give them to the charity shop. Because I've got all Pokemon stuff now, and you know, it's nicer for someone who actually wants it to be able to buy it on the cheap. So, and it goes to charity then. So I'm probably going to do that. Ronin, yeah, we found the shiny. We found it not that long ago. So yeah. Snow's gonna keep resting. Probably a good shout, yeah. You want to make sure you're 100%. Amelia might go to bed after this. Fur, it's getting on. Anna's starting a BDSP normal and bug playthrough on the Switch too. Oh, very nice. Enjoy, Anna. That sounds great. GX says, when's the next stream? I don't know yet, I'll be honest. So I can't stream tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday. Let me just check my little schedule. I've got a calendar up here that I can have a quick look at. So yeah, I'm not streaming this weekend. Next week, I know I'm streaming Friday evening, and I'll probably stream maybe maybe on Tuesday. However, the week after, and I want you all to prepare for this, because this is going to be a pretty crazy week. So the week after that, I think, let me just double check. Yeah, I think the week after that, I am going to be streaming maybe 4 or 5 times. So next week's only 2, but the week after will be 4 or 5, so that's good, innit? So there you go. That's pretty good. That's fair, Ham. Matt says, can imagine some maybe inflated prices. Probably. Although I have heard that apparently the prices are starting to come down a bit now. So I don't know what's happening, whether there's more supply getting out there or people just aren't paying the prices that scalpers are putting them up for. I don't know. We'll see. Sam's going to play a bit of Scarlet and I'll let you set the Switch 2 up. Very nice. Last work day tomorrow, so it won't be long. Oh, very nice, dude. You'll love it as well. Can I just say, honestly, Scarlet and Violet now. They are really good. So enjoy. Excuse me. Nice. Amelia's doing a dark type gym leader playthrough next tomorrow, so that's the next one on the list. Cheers, Cogs. Thanks for joining. Also sounds good, Anna. Scoobs is gonna play Let's Go for an hour and then bed. More than fair. More than fair. That sounds fun. Nice, like little bit of a relax before bed. The thing with Let's Go is it's so like it's just so chill, isn't it? That you don't really need to be up and like constant. You know, like Legends Arceus, you're fighting for your life. But Let's Go, it's just chill. So it's a nice one to play before bed. And Ham is going to stay up trying to get the Grookey to shine. Seriously, Ham, best of luck, dude. Best of luck. I'm sure you. I reckon I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'll see that you've got it. So good luck. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Just as a heads up for you on what's going to happen, then obviously, like I said, next week we'll do 2 streams. I'll speak with my wife. I'll figure out what's going on next week and if there's anything going on that where I can like what days I'm going to stream and stuff. But I know Friday evening I'll definitely be streaming. I'm gonna take a bit of time this weekend to level Mamoswine up and beat the next gym and like do all the story elements and prepare for our next streams. And then we'll go for Tropius. I can't wait to get Tropius. Can't wait. That's gonna be so fun. Yeah, and then before we know it, we'll be doing the fossil hunt and our favourites one, and both of those are going to be really fun as well. So it's going to be a nice end to this challenge. We're getting there now, aren't we? Let's be honest. We've got 5 of the 8, so we are really, really sort of close to closing this one out. Even though we're not, we are. So yeah. Au revoir, guys. Have a lovely evening. Have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely Friday, doing whatever you're doing, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.